Welcome, wrestling fans and Wisconsin Rapids community media viewers, to the Kohl Center in Madison for the 82nd Individual State Wrestling Championship. Girls and boys wrestling at the same time this year in the Kohl Center. Lincoln Red Raiders have 6 wrestlers qualified. 106-pound sophomore Jackson Freeman, 120-pounder senior Landon Freeman, the freshman at 126, Aspen Tritz, 138-pound senior Carter Freeman, 190-pound senior Kaylor Tritz, and 285-pound senior Tanner Gormanson. We're going to have the playing of the national anthem, and we'll be back with more of the Lincoln High School Red Raiders step on the mat. Jackson Freeman against Anthony Strong and a Brown Deer Mesmer. And we're back now at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin for the 82nd Annual Individual State Wrestling Tournament. The wrestlers were just heading out to the mat temporarily. Now they got called back. They have an issue with the scores table, so they are getting that straightened out, I guess. This is going to be 106-pound Jackson Freeman, a sophomore, 36-11. Against Anthony Strong, a senior from Brown Deer Mesmer, 39-9. Jackson Freeman, the number 9th seed. Strong, the 8th seed. My name is Scott Tesh. I'll be giving you move-by-move commentary. Joining me in our broadcast area, and we have to thank him immensely, Mr. Craig Tim, giving you mat side seats, as we like to say, on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. And thank you for watching Wisconsin Rapids Community Media's broadcast of the Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestlers. It is the highest watched ranked show on the Public Access Network in Wisconsin Rapids. So we are going to take a quick break as they're having a technical issue here, and they are not loading up the mats. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more of the Individual State Wrestling Tournament from Madison. Well, we're back at the Kohl Center, and they have partially fixed some of the technical issues going on. Anthony Strong of Brown Deer Mesmer, senior, 39-9, is taking on your Red Raiders sophomore, 36-11, Jackson Freeman. Four mats going to run for the Division I schools. 4 mats are going to run for the girls. A little feint of a shot by Freeman. And Strong's in on a single. Freeman's got to whizzer and fight this off. Strong is extremely quick. Freeman fights that off with a good whizzer. Strong trying to run right through him, and they're off the mat. 38 seconds gone. First period of the state tournament for the Lincoln High School Red Raiders. Strong in again on a double leg takedown. Freeman's got to get to a scramble. Hopefully get to a spladle. Got a spladle locked up. Got a takedown. And the official says no near fall. Freeman's got 3 takedown, but he's got to hang tough here for almost a minute. Can't do that as Strong turns out from underneath. Can't believe we didn't get any near fall out of that. Strong in trying to get a reversal here as Freeman's on the seat of his singlet. Working across body, locked through between the thighs. He leads 3-0, 35 seconds left. Strong trying to come out the backside again. Freeman's got to hustle in this scramble to stay in a position. Maybe we get a stalemate call. Now Strong got his head buried. Cross leg pick on the knee by Freeman, trying to walk that around. Locking up across the body is Freeman now. We got end of the period. 3-0 Freeman hung on. Coach has asked any back points at all, and the official said no. Freeman's choice. He's going to defer. Strong's choice. He's going down. Again, Strong from Brown Deer Mesmer. Freeman trying to get to a cradle. Strong had to flatten out there. Now Strong to his feet. Freeman has to cut him loose. Give him the 1. 3-1 Freeman. The winner of this match takes on Camden Rugg of Union Grove or Romeo Valvideva out of West Isle Station Hale. Collar ties, both wrestlers. Freeman with a shot from too far out. Front chin lock around the corner, trying to get to a near side cradle was Strong. Freeman made the mistake of taking a shot from way too far out, did not get there, and they're out of bounds.
Currently wrestling at number 8, River Hall.
1:14 left, second period. Again, Strong very quick. Collar tie puts Freeman on his knees. Again, a hard collar tie by Strong. Freeman got his elbow up high, and Strong shot right underneath it. Freeman's got to stay locked up here for a stalemate. Now he's trying to come out on top, getting his hips up here.
The winner on Mat 7, girls 100 pounds from St. Croix Central.
And Strong basically gave up the position. That should be 3. There's a takedown and hip tip coming with near fall. Strong stopped wrestling on the bottom there, and Freeman put a hip tip on him. 2 more near fall, I do believe. It's 8-1 on the scoreboard. Scoreboard may not be correct, may not have been caught up yet. 2 seconds, end of the period is here. Time is out, and now the referee stops the match. Scoreboard says 8-1, Freeman. He leads. His choice, he will take. Strong gives Freeman the 1-point free ride as Freeman chose bottom. It's 9-1. Freeman. Again, 3-point takedowns. You can score a lot of points in a short period of time, and there's the speed. And there's a takedown on Freeman by Strong. It's 10-4 right now. Strong's going to play his game on his feet. He needs a few more takedowns. Freeman counters. Freeman got to get a hold of him here, slow this guy down a little bit. He likes to shoot from wide open distance. Good elbow control by the Red Raider. Strong has a wrist. Freeman shakes that loose. 1:15 left. Strong in again on a double leg to a single leg shot now. Freeman's again got to counter this. Locks up across body. Stepped over the arm now on the far side the body. And we have no takedown and a stalemate call. 57 seconds left, 10-4 Freeman. Freeman's got to finish this match. He can't hang out here. Head feints by Strong. Freeman catches him coming in front headlock. Strong reaches in, drives in, and they're off the mat right in a photographer's lap. 37 seconds left, 10-4 Freeman. Again, Strong is the number 8 seed. Freeman's the number 9 seed. Strong is taking some hard shots, but they're at the wrong time. There's a shot in almost behind Freeman. Freeman trying to catch him in a scramble. 17 seconds left. Freeman in a better position. Now Strong gets his hips up high. 10 seconds left. Freeman's got to pull him back in, and Strong able to inch his way out of bounds. 10-4, Freeman, 5 seconds left. Freeman has to survive getting pinned here, and there's a headlock toss. Strong gets it. Time is out. 10-4, Freeman. Freeman will wrestle again later on this evening. And he'll take on the number 1 seed in the tournament, Camden Rugg. And he is from Union Grove. 120 pounders ready to go shortly here. And that will be Landon Freeman against Nathan Milkey. We'll bring you that match when we return to the Kohl Center in Madison. Next up, 120-pound matchup, Landon Freeman, the senior, your Red Raider, 38-8. He's the 10th seed in the bracket against the 7th seed, Nathan Milkey, out of Wauwatosa East-West. He's a senior. Milkey's record, 29-6. He's a senior.
Versus Landon Freeman of Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln. On mat number 3 from Western.
And we are waiting for Milkey to show up. And now, he's coming now. Milkey again, the 7th seed. Landon Freeman, the 10th seed. There in the bottom side of the bracket. The winner of that match will take on the winner of Damian Thomas and Andy DiPiazza of Kokona. Odds-on favorite there will be DiPiazza. Milkey and Freeman. Hard collar tie by Milkey, got elbow control. Freeman rips that arm free. A lot of hair hanging all over the place on Milkey. And there was a time when you used to have a cap to cover all that. Evidently now you don't. And stoppage for some tape that come off of somebody's hand. 0-0 on the board.
His opponent from Holden, Nathan Henderson.
Landon Freeman, Nathan Milkey. Milkey with a deep shot in. Freeman's going to give up the takedown and a quick tip. No, says the official. Milkey with a nice inside shot, got deep to Freeman's legs. Freeman couldn't protect him, and he couldn't recover in time to fight it off. To his high base now, coming up. Milkey with a claw ride. Freeman trying to pick some hands apart. Milkey cuts him loose. 1 point, 3-1, 44 seconds left. Little change in the bracketing and how you advance and head to the back side this year. We'll explain that as we go along here. Freeman with a shot, but he just gets stuffed to the mat. And Milkey covers him, gets another takedown. He leads 6-1 with 8 seconds left. Freeman gets 1 point back, 6-2 with 2 seconds left in the period. And Milkey getting all his hair back out of his eyes, and Freeman's choice, he deferred. Milkey's choice, he's going down. Freeman's down to 6-2. Be nice to catch a quick turn here for a few points, get back in the match. Milky easily to his feet. Freeman's got to try to lift, get him down. Milky gets the hands separated, switches the hips in a hurry, and gets the escape. 7-2 now, Milky. In the backside of the bracket, the loser of this match, around the spin cycle we go. Milky's trying to counter. Freeman going to catch him. Can't quite take him to his back. Takedown, no, it's 7-5. Milky with a forward roll. And Freeman countered. Coffee grinder now. Keep that wrist. He couldn't keep a hold of it.
Wrestling on that board one. Boys 120 pound weight.
105 left, 7-5 Milky with a lead.
His opponent from Waukesha West, Ryan Rivera.
Freeman's got a wrist tied up, and that's potentially dangerous, says the official. I'm not sure why.
Now up on mat number 6, girls 114 pound weight class.
The official going to give him a fresh restart in the referee's position. Milky will be down. Freeman will cover. Again, this is first round matchup at 120 pounds. Milky again up to his feet in a hurry, turns the hips, gets the one. It's now 8-5. Milky.
20 pound weight class for Milwaukee, Ronald Reagan, Gemma McCarroll versus Caleb Whittier of Monaco.
Freeman had the chance to put Milky to his back off the takedown and couldn't do it. That was huge right there. 30 seconds left. Freeman gets to set up a good takedown here and tie the match at 8-8. That'd be great. Front headlock. Milky dives in. Reshot by Freeman. Neither wrestler able to complete a takedown here in the final 2 ticks. Barrel roll attempt by Milky. Ran out of time. Freeman's choice. He's going down. Has to score from the bottom. Next up, 126-pounder Aspen Tritz. Freeman basing off on the start. And trying to turn inside with some elbow control here. Now he's up to his feet. Milky lifts. Freeman trying to hit a switch. Hitting a switch again. Gonna get it this time. It's now going to be 8-7. Milky leads. Minute 25 left. Have to get a turn here. He's got the bar arm pinned across the back. He's got the farmer locked. Can he run him over? Near fall coming for Freeman. Got him locked with the farmer and stuck him to the mat. 1:09 left in the third period. Landon Freeman comes from behind, down 6-0, and pins Nathan Milky of Wauwatosa East-West. He advances into the quarterfinals. And again, he will take on the winner of Andy D.P. Yazza of Kokona and Damian Thomas out of Whitnall, Greendale. We'll bring you the Tritz match when it comes onto the floor of the Kohl Center in Madison. 126-pound first round matchup. 7th seed Aspen Tritz, the freshman out of Wisconsin Rapids, 31-5, takes on the number 10 seed Amos Ebeling out of Wisconsin Lutheran. He's a senior, 42-9. On the other half, that bottom part of the bracket, Karan Dunn Morgan out of Monona Grove takes on Maximus Hay, the number 2 seed of Brown Deer. Tritz, as you've seen all year long, he's wide open and he is dangerous from everywhere. We'll see how the young Red Raider fares here, working to a Russian arm tie. Dragging him down to the mat. Ebling able to stay on his feet so far around the corner. Knee pick. Ebling got to a barrel roll. Tritz comes up to face him. Senior versus a freshman here. Underarm spin by Ebling. Tritz comes up to face him one more time. Ebling in on a shot. Hard whizzer by Tritz now. Gonna hit him over the top. No point, says the official. They allowed some reaction time, which I guess you have the right to do. Tritz had him held there for a count on his back with a whizzer. Front snap again by Tritz, but Ebling in again. Tritz hipping him one more time with a hard whizzer. Tritz hips him over one more time. Can you catch him here? Now, no, says the official. Tritz runs him over into a double now. 3 takedown Tritz. Nice wrestling on the edge of the circle. Once again, out of bounds has changed from the past years. It's now if you have a toe, a finger, part of your hair on that outside circle, you are still in bounds no matter where anybody else is. It's just like college in and out of bounds calls. 3-0 Tritz, 30 seconds left. First period. Hard cross face by Tritz. Ebling picked it off.
On mat number 6, girls 120-pound weight class from Oakland, Allison Weiss against.
Sometimes Tritz gets going so fast that he makes a few mistakes, puts himself in trouble. Down here, you just have to win. Ebling comes up, Tritz trying to force him into a cradle, but Ebling faces him at 3, 2, 1. End of the period, Tritz in control. Again, he got to a crossface a couple times and then backed off the elbow right away. Ebling's choice, he deferred Tritz's choice. Going to pull down that knee sleeve a little bit, and he's taking the down position. We'll see how long Ebling can hang on to this wide open Red Raider freshman. Coffee grinder stopped the first move. Ebling's working to a bar on the left side. Working for a wrist. Tritz plants a leg on the mat. Got to watch the shoulder here. As Tritz kicked over the top. Coming out the backside and the bottom. 2 reversal Tritz. He's trying to lock up a crossface cradle one more time. 5-0 the lead, a minute and a half left, second period. One point escape. Ebling. 5-1 now. Russian arm tie by Ebling. Drives in, Tritz with a counter. And they're off the mat. Tritz cinching up his headgear a little tighter now. Tritz with the Russian arm tie now. Ebling backing around the mat. Tritz trying to jab him down to the mat if he can. Ebling's hooking over top of the head. Probably got the headgear in there for a handle. The official on the wrong side to see that.
Wrestling on mat number 1 from Appleton, North Jackson, Esser.
There you see Tritz's foot on the line. Still wrestling. And there they came out of bounds. 40 seconds left. Ebling, I think, had a pretty good handful of headgear that time to control Tritz as he was snatching Tritz's head around pretty far. And the official on the wrong side to see it. Front headlock again by the Red Raider. Ebling back to his feet. 25 seconds left. Going to try to short drag. Ebling runs over Tritz. Got a scramble going here. Tritz could come out the backside with a single. He knows where he's at. That's one thing you can't teach somebody is the feel. Got to work up the body here, Tritz, if you can. End of the period, 5-1. Aspen Tritz. Now, Ebling's choice. He's going down. Aspen Tritz has wrestled all over the lineup for the Red Raiders, 126 up to 138, I think, a couple times early in the season. Rolled by Ebling. Tritz trying to counter. And he gets behind for a rise. Got that wrist tucked underneath, but loses that. Ebling's got the wrist of Tritz tied underneath. Tritz comes out to face him, give him the free ride so he doesn't get reversed. 1.5 minutes left. Short drag attempt by Ebling. Tritz going to try to toss him. Puts him on his back. 1:15 left. Tritz got a loose headlock. Ebling trying to get his arm free. Tritz trying to lift that arm over, keep him right here. Tritz has got chest pressure. Now he's going to try and fire a half. Ebling trying to roll through, which he does. 4 near fall Tritz. 9-1 at 50 seconds remaining.
Fan requests will be taken during session 4. Again, you can make song requests for walkouts to the finals. Those requests will be taken during session 4.
Ebling tried to roll Tritz one more time. Tritz was ready for that. 30 seconds remaining. 9-1 the Red Raider.
126 pounds from West Alice Central, Deuce Sharp.
Warning, stalling Ebling. Tritz has got a half and a wrist again, trying to run him over. Ebling trying to roll him off again. Tritz counters that pretty easily. Counting down from 5 seconds right now. Aspen Tritz, the freshman, going to win his first round matchup against Amos Ebling. Out of Wisconsin Lutheran, 9-1. He advances to the winner of Quan Dune Morgan or Maximus Hay, and I would put my money it's going to be Maximus Hay. We'll be back with the next Red Raider, Carter Freeman against Landon Jacobs of Burlington from the Kohl Center in Madison. 138-pound first-round matchup. Getting ready to go on the mat. Carter Freeman, your Red Raider, against Landon Jacobs, the junior, 37-11, out of Burlington. Freeman is the number 4 seed. Landon Jacobs is the 13th seed. And we are waiting for Jacobs to show up. The other side of the match, you have Edwin Schroeder of Oshkosh West against Brock Ambrosius out of Pulaski. And we're still waiting. Now here comes somebody running towards the mat. Taking his shirt off and around behind the scores table. And here we're going to get an opponent to show up here. Carter Freeman, 4th seed at 138 pounds. Number 1 seed is Cade Auberg. Number 2 seed is Devin Boatsey. 3 seed is George Jones, Freeman, the 4th seed. So far, all the Red Raiders have wrestled on the same mat. That's kind of a strange happening here when you got 4 mats on the floor and you got 8 matches in this round of wrestling. Freeman, last year's state champion. And you'll see scramble college style wrestling all match long here with Freeman. Shot in by Jacobs. Freeman easily double underhooks, counters, and stands him up. Underhooks that arm, goes into the same side single, takes him to the mat. 2-3 for Freeman. Minute 22 left yet in the first period. Freeman now with a wrist tied up underneath, hips him over. Going to try to barbed wire that wrist, but lost control of it.
32 pounds from Anatomy Falls, Mike Diamonded.
Jacobs turned back to the right inside on Freeman, trying to get to a leg, but Freeman barbed wired the arm, trying to get a turn here on the edge of the circle. And Jacob again grabbing onto a leg. Freeman hanging on here, cross body is Jacob trying to take him over the top. 35 seconds left in the period. Freeman still in control here. Freeman crossbody lifts. They go out of bounds.
32 pounds weight class from Kenosha, Indian Trail, Miles Leggett against Micah Beckett of De Pere.
Freeman on top of the referee's start.
On that 638-pound weight class.
Hard switch attempt by Jacobs, but Freeman easily stopped that.
Popovsky versus Leah.
Wrist tied up underneath again, suicide style, trying to get a tip. Claw ride by the Red Raider. Now goes back to that tip one more time. Got him on his back. Near fall coming. Got 4 laying there, says the official. End of the period here, 7-0, Carter Freeman. He's just so good, so quick. Jacob's choice, he defers. Freeman's choice, he's going to take the down position. I haven't seen anybody hold Freeman yet this year, so I'm not expecting Jacobs to be able to either. Jacobs takes him back to the mat with a body lock, and they'll probably get a fresh restart outside the circle.
Mat 5, girls 132 pounds, the winner from Adams Friendship, Lydia Hutter.
And there they are out of bounds. You can see Jacobs try to drag his toe as long as he could, but they all ended up out of bounds. 1:39 left yet. Caution on Jacobs. Jumping down on the start. Freeman easily pivots to a leg, then switches legs, comes up, and Jacobs getting a tip here. That Ellsworth bar caught Freeman.
Girls 138 pounds from Pulaski, Leah Kapla.
And he signaled near fall. 4 of them he signaled, so it's 7-4 right now with 1:22 left. Freeman again up to his feet. Working on hand control. Legs ride through it into trying to save control. Warning, stalling. Jacobs, he's got a tip again. Freeman rolled through it this time.
Wrestling on mat number 3.
Freeman turns back in, trying to get a leg locked up.
Versus Brady.
Has it underneath, trying to elevate the ankle. 55 seconds left. 7-4, the Red Raider with a lead. And there's a stalemate. Good call by the official.
On mat number 8 from Wausau West, Emma.
So far,
Versus
Jacobs able to hang on to Freeman. He got him for one tip on the way back to the mat, which is surprising, and Freeman bases off to his feet right away. Steps over, got the leg elevated, gonna try to get the reversal, which he has done. 9-4, 34 seconds left for the Red Raider in his lead. Again, Jacobs from Burlington, a junior at 37-11. Freeman's a senior, 36-5. He's out for a while with an injury. Arm bar turn here. Freeman's got a full count of 4 laying there. 5 seconds left in the match. Carter Freeman, 13-4, major decision in the second period. Oh, excuse me, second period, my fault. Now we're starting the third, and caution on Freeman jumping to start. Freeman again up to his base. My mistake with the periods there. It's starting the third now.
7, girls 132 pounds
Freeman again, reaching back, hooking that leg, trying to turn around, get the reversal here. He's got the reversal, and he's got near fall. Dragging that foot, as you can see, just on the circle. He can hold him here for a long time. For near fall, technical fall, 19-4. Carter Freeman.
Wrestling at number 738-pound weight class from Brilliant.
He will advance into a matchup against Edwin Schroeder of Oshkosh West and Brock Ambrosius, the winner of that dual meet. Next up for the Red Raiders, the all-the-way jump up to 190 pounds. Kyler Tritz will take on Carter Wesley of Janesville Parker. We'll bring you that match when we return to the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Back at the Kohl Center now, 190-pound weight class. Kyler Tritz, your Red Raider, number 5 seed, takes on the 12th seed, Carter Wesley out of Janesville Parker. Wesley's a senior, 44-7. Tritz, a senior, 27-4. Way down at the very opposite corner from where we are situated here in the Kohl Center.
Can we have a representative from WIAA Fremont to the control table? Again, a coach from WIAA.
Tritz in the red singlet, rapids across the back. Janesville Parker wrestlers in the green and yellow. Slide by, miss by Tritz. Tritz with a shot in, just runs right over Wesley. Underhook or a collar tie, whichever he had, and then he just drove in, picked the backside ankle, and ran him straight over. Nice takedown by the Red Raider. He has some power in there, that's for sure. He's got one heck of a blast double. In the scramble, and they go out of bounds. Tritz remained in control. Now they're going to give him the free ride to Free Point back to his feet. And they're both set and ready to go one more time. Still first period action. And again, that's a long ways away. Headlock attempt by Wesley. Tritz stood and took it. Little desperate takedown attempt there from Wesley early on. Both reset back to the center they go. Wesley with a collar tie and an elbow control. Tritz with an underhook. Tried to go underneath. Wesley tried to fire a headlock. Tritz pops a head out, gets a takedown, just playing tough there right before the end of the first period. 6-1 Tritz. Tritz is going... Wesley deferred. Tritz is going down to start the second period. And we'll see how long Wesley can manage to hold Tritz. Tritz just sits and bases off. Now he fires up to his feet, gets taken back to the mat, in a scramble, turns around, comes over on top, covers him up. Reversal, Tritz, 8-1. He baited Wesley into sitting there that long, I think.
From Port Washington, Eric Kaczynski against Ryland Canoe, the free throw.
Tritz went fishing there, drug a little bait in front of Wesley. Wesley bit on it, and Tritz says, well, now I'm going to reverse you. Tritz now riding with an 8-1 lead. They had the first 4 mats, all boys, and then the second 4 mats were all girls. The girls got ahead due to a couple shorter weight classes. And now they're moving the rest of the boys for the first round. And Tanner Gormanson is set to go at 285 pounds against Alec Warden out of Bayport. Warden's a senior, 33-9. Gormanson a senior, 41-3. Tritz stacks up Wesley, puts him on his shoulders, reloads it with a half, drives him over again. Wesley's got pinned. Kyler Tritz wins on a fall. At the first round of 190 pounds, sliding you back over to the Tanner Gormanson match now as they're waiting for his opponent to come. And they're walking over, taking their good-natured time. Here comes Alec Warden.
And on mat 5, 250-pound weight class 1, Akeem McCoy-Smith against Austin McHugh of Porterville.
Gormanson, the number 3, the 5th, or excuse me, I got to look back here. He's the number 5 ranked or seeded wrestler. Warden is number 12. Gormanson has went back and forth with Lendo Beja out of Kakana. Lendo Beja had the better of it early. Gormanson come back and beat him pretty handily. And then in the sectional finals, Lendo Beja was awarded a takedown that the Red Raiders senior didn't know. Slide by Gormanson, covers him. 3 takedown, toss attempt by
Step in front.
Warden. Reached back, tried to fire a headlock. Gormanson stepped in front enough and fought back. Gave him only the one escape. 3-1 Gormanson. See, the Bayport wrestler likes to throw early in the first period. He was hunting a throw. Winner of this match takes on the winner between Marcel Eland of Milwaukee Lutheran, Thomas Medley out of West Allis, Nathan Hale. Gormanson's got Warden on the outside of the wrestling circle more, and he's on the inside right now.
On mat 4, William Carlson against Dawson.
45 seconds left first period. Still 3-run the Red Raider heavyweight. Gormanson with a collar tie, working in. Warden trying to get to an underhook. Now he's blocking. Double collar ties for the Red Raider heavyweight. Snatching down on the head. Warden's blocking. Gormanson's got some hand control on that far side. And Warden again on the outside. Now he works his way back just inside the circle. Warden again on the outside. And they're off the mat. End of the period. 3-1 the Red Raider. Disc comes up red. That's Gormanson. He defers. Warden takes the bottom. Warden breathing pretty hard here already. Early in the contest, one period gone. Warden easily stands up. He's a powerful guy. Gormanson with a single leg, got it elevated. Warden fighting this off. He's got a whizzer. Gormanson trying to elevate that leg. Dump technique. Nice work by Gormanson. Takes the big man back to his back. Now working on wrist control is Gormanson. He likes to use that double wrist, and he lifts it like a half. Warden now to a high base.
The winner on the mat, 215 pounds from Hartford Union, Aiden Gropey.
Looking for a pot. Warning, stalling. Warden on the bottom, head hanging on the mat. Now he comes to his feet. Gormanson couldn't lock up on him, has to cut him loose. 3-2, a minute 2 left yet. Second period, Gormanson with a lead. Again, Warden on the outside the circle there. Trying to get to a slide by, but a bad attempt at that by Warden. Gormanson just stood right there. Officials telling the guys got to have some action. Well, these are heavyweights. These aren't 126 pounders. Again, Warden on the outside looking in again. Collar tie by the Red Raider heavyweight. Warden with a shot. Gormanson trying to counter. They're out of bounds. 11 seconds left. Second period. Collar tie each wrestler. Inside of 3 seconds, 2, 1, and the 2 periods. Going to be Gormanson's choice. He's going down to start the third. He leads 3-2. Gormanson posts the left leg on the mat. Got both of them on the mat now. Ward hanging out over top of his shoulders. Pick the back leg. Gormanson to his feet. Gets some hand control. Gets the escape. 4-2. 140 left. Don't get into a throwing attempt. Tanner, you've seen him try to throw you before. Slide by, Gormanson, body lock around the corner. Bite launching pad is loaded here. Inside leg trip from Warden. And they back off. Wow. Warden outside the circle again. And he won't call that second stalling. 4-2, Tanner Gormanson with a lead. 1:05 left. Gormanson with a single leg takes Warden to his back from his feet. Got a half Nelson in as well. 3 takedown. Gormanson 7-2 the lead. The winner of this match, as I had mentioned, takes on the winner between Marcella Land of Milwaukee Lutheran and Thomas Medley of West Allis Nathan Hale. "25 seconds left. Warden is laying on the mat, getting worked on by Tanner Gormanson. Now they give warning stalling on Tanner Gormanson. Okay, one apiece. 17 seconds left. The Red Raider heavyweight leads 7-2. Hard start by Gormanson. Roll attempt by Medley. Near fall coming by Gormanson. 2 seconds. 1. Gormanson still hunting a pin. Match is done. 4. Near fall. 11-2. Tanner Gormanson. Major decision. Gormanson advances into the next round. Every Lincoln High School Red Raider wrestler won their first round matchup. And they'll come back and wrestle for a second time tonight in the quarterfinals and the wrestleback sides. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider wrestling from the 82nd Annual Individual Wrestling State Tournament from the Kohl Center in Madison. All right, back to the 106-pound matchup. Camden Rugg, the number 1 seed. Huge uphill task for the Red Raider, Jackson Freeman. Caution, jumping to start, Rugg. Rugg is a man in the group. He's only a sophomore. 46-0 from Union Grove. Got to take down on Freeman. Now, if Freeman ends up losing this match, he drops down into the bottom side of the bracket on the wrestleback side, and he'll have to win a few matches to place as high as 5th and possibly 6th. So he'll have a little work cut out for him, assuming that Rugg is going to get the win here, which on paper, obviously that's what you'd think. Now the officials handed out a bunch of points there on the edge, and it's 6-1 Rugg with 1:01 left yet in the first period. Freeman on the bottom, and Rugg's going to put him on his feet. Red Raiders will come hard and fast again. A little drag down by Rugg, spins behind, gets takedown. Tip coming.
Now on mat number 5. Girls 100-pound weight class.
Near fall coming.
Against Dylan Albrecht from Milton.
Try one more time, but they ran out of bounds. 4 near fall. It's 13-2 right now. Again, Camden Rugg only a sophomore, but he's pretty stout. Pretty good physical build for a little sophomore at 106 pounds. Freeman is a sophomore as well. And it's been all Camden Rugg to this point.
Now on mat 700-pound weight class from St. Croix Central, Ada Miller against Cassidy O'Connell, Regis Altuno.
13-2 after one period. Camden Rugg, and he has his choice. He chooses on their feet. Rugg attacking constantly. Arm drag into a double. Sets Freeman on the mat. Trying to step over the legs. And Freeman has to give it the takedown. 16-2 right now. Rugg had a pin in 131 in his first round matchup. Freeman was a 10-4 win over Anthony Strong, which was a good match for Freeman. Hip tip again. Trying, and Rugg is working that hip tip pretty hard. Freeman fought that off pretty good that time. Now they're going to cut him loose. It's going to be 16-3. Takedown's going to end it. They're off the mat. And Rugg really physically put together, only weighing in at 106 pounds. He's got shoulders and lats and biceps, and around the corner he goes, just non-stop. Tech fall. 19-3. Camden Rugg. Freeman goes to the wrestleback side. The highest he can finish is 5th place in the wrestlebacks. And next up for the Red Raiders, 120 pounds, Landon Freeman. Another tough draw against Kaukauna number 2 seed, Andy DiPiazza. We'll bring you that match when we return to the Kohl Center. Landon Freeman at 120 pounds. Another really tough matchup against Andy DiPiazza out of Kaukauna. DiPiazza, a sophomore, 45-4. Freeman, 39-8, a senior. DiPiazza beat Freeman 7-1 and 10-0 so far this year.
On mat number 1, 120-pound quarterfinal from Wisconsin.
The Red Raiders have an extremely tough second round of wrestling, all the way up and down the lineup. They went 6-0 in the first round. And they are 0-1 in the second round so far. We're in a scramble. Freeman out the backside on a single leg. Can he elevate? Minute and a half left yet. DiPiazza's countering. Freeman still got the single. Freeman pops the head up now by the thigh. See if he can elevate this leg. Stalemate. Freeman has to protect his legs. DiPiazza with a shot on down. Freeman with a front chin lock. Now he's got an underhook. Now he works to a front headlock, and DiPiazza just stands right up through it. Pops his head out. .35 seconds left. No score to this point. DiPiazza with a hard snap down. And Freeman went down to his knees. Freeman tried to toss. DiPiazza coming in, and it had no effect on him. 10 seconds left. DiPiazza with a hard drag down to the mat. Front headlock now. Snaps him a couple times. Freeman hanging on. The end of the period is there. 0-0 after 1. Flip of the disc comes up green. That's DiPiazza's. He's choosing down. Freeman will be on top, riding. New setup here at the Kohl Center. They expanded some seating, narrowed up the opening on the floor. And mats got shoved a little bit farther to our right. And they have 8 sets of mats on the floor right now. DiPiazza to his feet. Freeman tried to drop down to a single. Comes up, tried to get to a body lock, and DiPiazza just hips into him and takes him backwards, gets the reversal. DiPiazza now, legs right on the left-hand side. Freeman now trying to come up to a high base. He's there. Can he score some points with 1:20 left? Forward roller out of bounds. Still 2-0 on the reversal for DiPiazza. Quarterfinal matchup here for the Red Raiders. Freeman turned inside. Got that leg again. What can he do with it? Stepped over and locked down on the leg as DiPiazza on the same side. One minute. DiPiazza gets control back again. Freeman loses the leg. Freeman with a wrist tucked underneath. DiPiazza's got a hold of it. Freeman broke the grip. Nice job there. Now he's got a little bit of hand control, but loses that. DiPiazza goes to a coffee grinder on the left-hand side. I think now the popular term is an arm lever, but the old term is a coffee grinder. 24 seconds left.
Ethan Fay against Lincoln Fleer of Hartford Union. Matches.
12 seconds left. Still 2-0 DiPiazza. Freeman unable to get off the bottom. DiPiazza gets warned for stalling, just covering the hips. See if we can fly around here, Landon. Get yourself an escape point. Tried to crawl ahead to his high base, hanging out, forward roll. He took too much time on his base. 2-0, DiPiazza leads. Freeman says we're going on our feet to start the third. Much closer match than the last two at this point. But again, all you have to do is win. You're not looking to wrestle for your team. There are no team points officially kept. DiPiazza with elbow control, duck under, sweep, missed. Underhook by Freeman. Waded right into it. Launching pad could be loaded here. Take down DiPiazza. 5-0 the lead now. Got 1 minute, 10 seconds left. Arm bar by DiPiazza, looking for a half or another bar. Freeman now trying to come to his feet. Got both of them on the mat. Still with a bar in on this near side, as you can see, is DiPiazza. And they stop it for potentially dangerous. Freeman turns inside. He's going to have to catch DiPiazza to his back one time. DiPiazza flattens out Freeman on his stomach. Freeman hanging on to a leg, but he's not going anywhere with it. Now building to a little bit of a base. 20 seconds left. DiPiazza content to stay here. And therethere's 10 seconds remaining.
Girls, 126 pounds by fall from Milton. Maddie Peach.
DiPiazza has the leg scissored underneath. Got a little ankle bite in there. End of the match. 5-0, Andy DiPiazza of Kokona. Freeman goes into the wrestleback side. The best he can finish is 5th. Worst, he's got to win a couple matches, though, to get to that placement match. Next up will be Aspen Tritz, your Red Raider, at 126 pounds. Aspen Tritz has got Maximus Hay, the number 2 seed in the tournament. Hay is extremely good. Tritz has got the danger factor, but Hay is lightning on the mat. Hay in on a near side sweep shot. Dumped Tritz and was too far out in front of him. Couldn't catch up to him. Maximus Hay from Brown Deer Mesper, 40 and 1 a junior.
From Regis Altoona, Jalen Boldy versus Erica
Tritz with a front headlock.
And number 1, Aspen Tritz.
And some wrist control.
Against Maximus Hay.
Hay will probably look to short drag out of this.
Brown Deer Mesper short.
We'll see. And we got a stalemate. 1:15 left. First period, still no score.
Now wrestling.
Hay with a shot in, whizzer toss. Hay trying to run him over. And limp arms out, gets a takedown 3-0 with a minute left, first period.
Versus Natalie Clavier from Hudson.
Mat 5, girls, 126 pounds.
Off the mat they work, 53 seconds left. Maximus Hay with a lead, 3-0. Tritz set, Maximus Hay takes his time covering. Tritz up to his feet. Hay cuts him loose. 3-1, Hay with a lead.
On mat 3, 132-pound weight class from Aguanaco, Cassidy.
Hay just extremely quick. And again, Hay will be around for another year after this one. Thank goodness for the Red Raiders. Tritz will be around for a few more. 3 of them, as a matter of fact. Nice shot in by Hay. He's got the leg up by Tritz. Tritz countering. In a scramble, Tritz came out to face him. 7 seconds left. Hay would have had a takedown on almost anybody else. Tritz kept fighting. We got a stalemate and end of the period. 3-1 Maximus Hay. Hay's choice. Hay is going to go down. Tritz will be on top riding, and then he'll have choice in the third period. Hay is set. Tritz covers. Hay, knee slides up. Hard switch attempt. Drives back in and gets the takedown at the edge of the mat. Tritz was not ready for all of that. And now we got an injury time on Hay. 7-1, Tritz with a lead. 1:49 left. Hay in some discomfort with his hand. Aspen Tritz beat Amos Ebeling of Wisconsin Lutheran 9-1 in the first round matchup. Maximus Hay got a tech fall over Durina Morgan out of Monona Grove, McFarland, in his first round matchup. Looking at the other side of this quarterfinals, a Lois Schlump out of Bayport, the number 3 seed, is taking on the 6 seed Aiden Aury out of Menominee. Tough matchup there. And now Hayes back to his feet and getting a drink and I guess almost ready to go. Still shaking out the hand a little bit. Tritz will be down, trailing 7-1 with 1:49 left. Tritz up to his feet, working on hands. Hay with a front trip and wrist control. Suicide takeover. Again, the same thing. Tritz just toughs it out and says, he ain't happening here. And at 138 pounds, we have Carter Freeman on the mat against Edwin Schroeder out of Oshkosh West. And this is a matchup where there's been some history before. Hay lifts Tritz, takes him back down. On the bottom, you'll see Hay and Tritz. On the top, you'll see Carter Freeman and Schroeder. Hay burning the clock in the second period, 1:05, wrestling outside the circle with his foot inbounds. And they're out of bounds now with a minute left. Carter Freeman 0-0. In on a shot now. Toss attempt. Missed. Shot again by Freeman into a single. Trying to come up in a scramble. And Schroeder ends up with an ankle pick. Gets a takedown. Maximus Hay has Tritz on his back, in trouble for 45 seconds. Tritz gets stomach down. It's 11-1 now. 35 seconds left, second period. Carter Freeman working from the bottom, trailing 3-0. We got a stalemate.
Now up on mat 6.
These have been tough matches for Carter Freeman. He beat him 9-2 in the sectional finals, and then Schroeder medical forfeited to him in the Highlander. Freeman to his feet with the escape, gets the one. 3-1, the Red Raider trails. Takedown put him in the lead. Tritz's headgear is going to get fixed now. Tritz now strapping the headgear back on. Freeman on his feet, still working. 13 seconds left, first period. Schrader 3-1. 31 seconds left in the Tritz match with Maximus Hay. Trying to reach back. He get a Basically a long chin whip. Couldn't do that against Maximus Hay, too powerful. Hay takes him back to his stomach. First period ends 3-1. Schroeder with the lead. Carter Freeman's choice. He goes down to start the second. Tip attempt with a stack by Hay, no good. And they're out of bounds at the end of the period. 11-1, Tritz trails. And they're going on their feet. Freeman up to his feet again from the bottom.
The winner on mat 8, girls 138 pounds volleyball from Badger, Carly Chester.
Hay in on a single leg now, trying to get to a double. Freeman working hard from the bottom, hasn't gotten away yet. Freeman with a Tritz with a headlock. Puts Hay on his back. Gotta pin him here. Referee's got to get in a position to see the shoulders. 1:27 left. Hay is fighting his way off his back. Tritz tightens it up. 11-8 right now, minute 17 left. Double legs, they're going to cut him loose. 12-8. Tritz on offense. Hay, warning, stalling, backing off the mat. Now he wants a timeout for his hand again. Injury time for Hay. The crowd does not like it at all. 3-1. Carter Freeman trails, still trying to get out. Now up to his feet. .57 seconds left in that period over there. Stalemate. Schroeder's doing everything he can to hang on. Now Hay finally ready after a timeout. It's 12-8. Aspen Tritz trails. 1:08 left. Tritz has got to hunt offense. Gives up control of the legs, and Hay, and they're out of bounds. Schroeder's still riding Carter Freeman. Maximus Hay drops down to a single. Tritz tried to toss him one more time. May not happen again. Got to set it up better than that. Hay backing up, Russian arm tie. Tritz clears the arms. Into his shot he goes. Hay steps over the top. Gets a takedown at the edge of the mat. That's going to be enough.
Still a competitive freedom versus Haley Fletcher of Fort Atkinson. Pettit against Fletcher on mat 5. Now on mat 6, 138 pounds for New Berlin West, Eisenhower.
Tritz looking back, seeing where Hay is. He's waiting for him to get back to the circle. Carter Freeman still trailing 3-1. He's at the bottom, starting the third period. Tritz now with the 1 point in the escape, 3-2. Carter Freeman. Tritz with the escape, 15-9 right now. Hay backing around the mat. Warning, stalling, point for Tritz. Hay backing off again.
Now wrestling a man 145-pound weight class.
15-10, Maximus Hay over Aspen Tritz. Tritz on the wrestleback side now. Carter Freeman is trailing 3-2, excuse me. They're on their feet in the third. He's wrestling Edwin Schroeder out of Oshkosh West. 47-4 is Schroeder. And they've wrestled before. Tritz beat him in the sectional finals. Freeman beat him in the sectional finals. Duck attempt missed. Schroeder with a reshot missed. Now they're out of bounds. 47 seconds. Carter Freeman trails by 1. Blocking is Schroeder. Can't shoot straight in. Warning, stalling Schroeder. Got to press the action now.
32 pounds by fall from Fort Atkinson, Haley Fletcher.
24 seconds left. Schroeder blocking. 10 seconds. Schroeder blocking. Doing nothing. Freeman. Headlock. No. Schroeder avenges the loss. 3-2 to Carter Freeman. I had said this is a tough round with tough matchups for the Red Raiders. Carter Freeman, last year's state champion, goes down to defeat. The best he can finish is 5th. He's got to win some matches to do so. We'll be back with the 190-pound Kyler Tritz against Luke Rux out of Monona Grove match when we return to the Kohl Center. Back now, 190-pound quarterfinal matchup, Kyler Tritz against Luke Rux. He's from Monona Grove, McFarland. He's 37-7, a senior. Tritz is a senior, 28-4. Rux is the 13th seed. Tritz in on a shot. Gonna back out, come up to a double, walk into it, and then come out to his feet. Neutral. Kyler Tritz beat Carter Wesley out of Janesville Parker on a pin in 3:21. Rux beat Reed Falk of Middleton 9-7. This match right directly below us here in the Kohl Center from our broadcast area. Slide by missed by Tritz. 1:08 left yet, first period. Both wrestlers kind of not real committed to solid offense yet. Rux reaches out all the time with his left hand. Tritz gave him a couple of feints. Now we got collar ties. Rux with a shot and missed. Didn't really commit to it to penetrate too deep. Collar tie by the Red Raider and now by Rux. And they both break that off. Got 28 seconds left. Tritz with a shot, missed it. A little bit too far out. 20 seconds. Rux with a shot in, got there. Tritz gonna fight his way out of it with a facelift. Rux with a reshot. 7 seconds left. Tritz is on Rux's shoulders. He ran out of time. He held him up on his shoulders too long. Tritz countered. 0-0. Tritz's choice. He's going down. That's the choice you want. If you're tied after the first period, you pick down to set yourself up for the possibility. If you are tied all the way through the overtime periods, you get to that final sudden victory, you will have choice. You scored first, which Tritz just did. 1-0 the Red Raider. Now, Rux will have his choice in the third, so Tritz will have to have a little bit of a lead here.
Girls 235 pounds from Belmont, Platteville, Kelly Davis.
Tritz has been pretty economical here recently on his shots. Took them when they were there. Referee wants more action. Tell him swinging his arm around in a circle there. Want more action, Rux with a shot in, Tritz with a front headlock, and then he warned Tritz for stalling.
From Mondovi, Elena Strum to the control table.
And they call a stalemate. 54 seconds left. Tritz with one warning, stalling, no points awarded there. You have the right to defend yourself there. And Tritz with a shot straight in too far. Rux underhooks him, stands him up. And again, the official. I want more action. I want more action. Stalemate. Now he's going to have a conversation with both wrestlers. 32 seconds left. You have to understand this is the quarterfinals of the state tournament. Mistakes are extremely costly at this level. The official again getting in the way of the match here. If they want to stand there and dance with each other, let them do it. Don't get involved in the match and change the course of it. Both wrestlers are doing actually the same exact thing. Collar ties and blocking. Rux's choice at the end of the second period. He goes down to start the third. Tritz's choice. He has to be on top and ride. Try to turn.
Attention. Foul 1168 has been moved to mat 7.
Rux now to his feet. Tritz cuts him loose. We are tied. 1-1. Minute 40 left. Winner of this match goes into the semifinals against Guy Fraley out of Homestead or Nico Kleinschmidt out of EC Everest. And the referee again talking to the wrestlers. Unfortunately, Tritz has got one warning already. And both wrestlers warning, stalling now for Rux. So it's one apiece. Which, if he warns somebody again, it could take a match away from the other wrestler. You don't want to be in that situation as an official. 50 seconds. 1-1. And again, he wants more action. 37 seconds left. 30. "22 seconds. And again, he's talking again to the wrestlers. Chess match continues with 10 seconds left. Tritz with a bad shot. Got to come up with it. No takedown yet. Time ran out. 1-1. 1 minute overtime. First period. You can win it and lose it here. Each wrestler been hit for a warning stalling. Tritz scored first. Lutz with a shot in. Tritz trying to roll him off the top. Spin behind. Got a leg. And a scramble. 3, takedown, Tritz at the edge of the circle. Kyler Tritz. Kyler Tritz with a takedown, winning the match 4-1 over Luke Rux. He's in the semifinals at 190 pounds for the Lincoln High School Red Raiders. Tanner Gormanson on the mat now at 285 pounds. He's taking on Thomas Medley of West Allis Nathan Hale. These two met in the finals of the Ed Steck tournament, and Gormanson beat him 7-2. Thomas Medley is 45-5, a senior. He is the 4th seeded wrestler. Gormanson is seeded 5th. Perfect timing for Gormanson to take some type of a shot. Medley's adjusting and fixing his singlet and his headgear and basically stopped wrestling, stopped defending himself. That's when you got to take those shots.
I'm at number 1 from Pulaski Indy Survivors against Jake Yellow.
Arm drag by Medley. Gormanson says, nope, not now. Collar tie by the Red Raider on the right-hand side. Gormanson tried to get a single. Medley fought it off this time. Medley was lucky there. Gormanson had 2 shots at the single. Got 50 seconds left. Still 0-0 on the board. Short drag by Gormanson. Medley able to be quick enough to spin in front of him. Underhooked by the Red Raider with head position.
At 4, 175 pounds away from Marshfield, Caleb.
18 seconds left, first period. Slide by Gormanson. Can he get behind him? Can't quite. Medley just a little bit too quick right now. End of the first period here, 0-0. Flip of the disc comes up. Green. Medley chooses down.
From Watertown, Owen Schulberg against Oak Creek.
Gormanson going to try to turn and ride.
Villarreal and Schulberg.
Medley posts the left foot on the mat. Gormanson tucks that back in, takes him off his base temporarily. Medley back to a base. Gormanson over top of the arms there. Got to stay underneath a little bit here. He's walking that ankle bite around, and they stay potentially dangerous on the knee. We'll get a fresh restart. No points scored. Medley trying to move off the bottom. Gormanson takes a tight waist and flattens him on his stomach.
Madison West Henry Binsbauer versus Makai Rogers around here, Mr. Shorewood.
Gormanson's got that arm lift. 1:17 left. Medley's wrestling with his face on the mat right now and his stomach as well. Warning, stalling Medley. Gormanson on top, working him over right now. Got a half on his near side, pulls that out, goes to the double wrist lift. Medley pulls his knees up under him with 42 seconds left. But Gormanson flattens him back down on his stomach one more time. Medley could get hit for a second stalling. Gorman chopping an arm in, trying to get to a bar. Medley looking to get out of bounds. And they call him out of bounds, and I don't know why. Gormanson was in by a half a leg. Doesn't make a difference if the action is slow. The ill-advised call there for out of bounds. Out of bounds is when you are completely out of bounds. Hard chop. Gormanson trying to get a stack here. Gormanson got to get his head up. Medley still stomach down, chest on the mat. Gormanson trying to cover him. Medley had a foot. Gormanson with an ankle pick. Medley with a kick out. And able, did they have the escape? No. Gormanson still on top. Clock ran out. Thank goodness there. Gormanson will go down now. Medley will try to ride. Nope, they give him a free ride, put him on his feet, and a 1-point lead. Two-on-one collar tie by Gormanson. Pulling down on the head. Medley looks to be the full pull at 280, about 289 now with the growth allowance. Gormanson in that 272 to 275 pound range. 130. Medley trying to get to a throwing position. Gormanson gets out of there in a hurry. Gormanson 1-0. Russian arm tie by the Red Raider. Back in Medley around the mat. Warning, stalling Medley. 1 point Gormanson. Big point there. It's 2-0 now. Still cannot get taken down. 3 point takedown, remember, this year.
This round will take a 15-minute break while the Division II and Division III wrestlers warm up. During that time, coaches or wrestlers.
Gormanson thought about taking a bad shot, and he quickly stood back up and said, no, not now. 50 seconds remaining.
Pronunciation. Do this, please, during the Division II and Division III warm-ups.
40 seconds left. Slide by attempt by Medley. Gormanson into a throwing position, so is Medley. Double overhooks. Gormanson backs out of that, gets to an underhook of his own. Drop down to a single. Can he complete it? Gormanson's got Medley leg up in the air. Steps over him. 3, near fall, or takedown, and near fall coming for Gormanson. 10 seconds left. Gormanson got a chance to pin him here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gormanson going to get near fall. Going to open up a 9-0 win. Tanner Gormanson in the semifinals. 9-0 major decision shutout for the Red Raider. He is in the semifinals. He'll take on either Nathan Lendobeja of Kaukauna or Nathan Steebs out of Germantown. That is it for day number 1 of the Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling in the individual state tournament. We'll bring you day 2 when they turn the lights on and clean off the mats here at the Kohl Center in Madison. We're back at day 2. Wrestleback side action. 106 pounds, Jackson Freeman. His opponent, Max Schroeder of Sauk Prairie, who is a sophomore, 41-6. Schroeder in on a takedown on Freeman. He leads 3-0. Freeman 37-12 right now and is a sophomore. So a pair of sophomores going at it here. This is wrestleback side action. You have to win a couple matches now in this wrestleback side to get into a match for 5th and 6th place. One round in the wrestleback side has already been wrestled, and that sets this round of matchups. Schroeder gets warned. Freeman to his feet. Got to use something with his hands here. Can't let him just fly around. Trying to launch him off the top. Can't do that. Schroeder covers him. Rolled through by Freeman now. Can he come out the backside? He's got the reversal. 3-2 now. Freeman trails. End of the period. Wrestleback side, it's a 1 minute first period, 2 minutes second and third. Freeman's choice, he deferred. Schroeder's choice, he goes down now. Trying to get that point back. He gave up 2 of here. Freeman way over top of the head and shoulders. Schroeder easily gets out. And he drives in with a knee pick, gets to a single, got it elevated. Tries to trip Freeman, a little back trip, takes Freeman right down to the mat. Again, Freeman not using his hands or arms at all to grab a hold of, help with balance, just they're out flying around. Schroeder now with a tight waist, leading 7-2. 1:28 left. Second period. You lose this match, you are going home. You have to win this match to earn the right to wrestle tomorrow. Red Raiders have 3 wrestlers here, or 4 of them, excuse me. Landon Freeman at 120, Aspen Tritz at 126, and Carter Freeman at 138. 2 Red Raiders will wrestle tonight. Kyler Tritz in the semifinals against Guy Fraley out of Homestead. Tanner Gormanson at 285 against Nehemiah Lendoveja of Kakana. Time burning off the clock, 45 seconds. Now they're out of bounds finally. There's Schroeder riding with the legs. Freeman was on that circle for a long time. Burned a lot of clock. He's down 7-2. Schroeder again, a sophomore, 41-6 from Sauk Prairie. Hard start by Schroeder, flattens down Freeman. Digs in the legs right again, trying to hip him over. Freeman's got to have a little urgency. He's down by 5. Got to start picking up the pace here. Controlling legs ride by Schroeder. Freeman trying to turn back, switch back, catch him if he can. Schroeder still with the legs laced up. Now trying to pick an ankle. We're probably going to get a stalemate out of this, which we did. End of the period comes. 7-1, Freeman trails. Freeman's got to go on top. Got taken down twice and got rode just about all the period. Freeman out way over the shoulders. Schroeder's got elbow control out there. Now he sticks in a legs ride, but he's still pretty high. Freeman way high on the ride now. He's trying to get back a little bit. Schroeder's trying to elevate the hips. Freeman trying to get a turn here. And they stopped it for I'm not sure what. Potentially dangerous, says the official. And we have Landon Freeman at 120 getting ready to go against Cade Parrish out of Reedsburg. Parrish a senior, 40-11. Freeman a senior, 38-8. 125, Freeman on top, trying to get to a cradle. And I don't think he's got that locked yet, but he's trying. Now he's going to be in trouble. He's getting pulled down over the top. Schroeder is extremely hard to get turned and expose his shoulders. He's working hard on the bottom. Freeman not able to move him. Can't expose his shoulders, can't get arms ripped out. Body locked by Landon Freeman. And they go on the edge of the mat. No takedown scored. 38 seconds left. Warning, stalling Schroeder. That's not going to be enough. Freeman riding out of position, too high, and got a stalemate. 26 seconds left. Landon Freeman at 120 still on their feet. 5 seconds left, first period, no score, and that's the way the first period's going to end. Jackson Freeman, the sophomore. 26 seconds left. Schroeder again. In a ball, Freeman trying to get to a cradle. Schroeder trying to take Freeman out over the shoulders. He's in deep trouble as Freeman, and he's not got a pinning combination here that's going to work. And Jackson Freeman gets knocked out of the tournament with a 7-2 loss to Max Schroeder out of Sauk Prairie. Next up, Landon Freeman at 120. There's Freeman with a lead 1-0 on the escape of the second period. On their feet, working takedowns, double underhook by the Red Raider. A couple of seniors wrestling for their senior wrestling life here. Again, you lose this round, you go home. Have to win this round to get a match next round. And that would be the consolation side semifinals, which is the next round of wrestling. Still haven't earned a place yet on the podium.
Winner on mat 1, boys, 285 pounds from non-movie, Bryce Shepard.
Single leg by Freeman. Trying to work Parrish back inside. Now he drops down, pins a knee down. We're in a scramble position here. Freeman lost a double-handed grip with the whizzer by Parrish. Still no takedown. Parrish with a loose whizzer now. Freeman trying to step over, and they stopped it for potentially dangerous. Both on their feet. Still 1-0, 3 seconds left, second period. Freeman. End of the period is here. 2 minutes left. Parrish's choice. He's going to have to go down. Freeman's going to have to ride him out. Again, it doesn't make a difference how many points you win by. It's just that you win. Cade Parrish out of Reedsburg. Landon Freeman, your Red Raider. Parrish to his feet in a hurry. He's got the hands separated. Freeman has no control and no hold. Cuts him loose. 1-1 the score. Back on their feet. Probably settle it here with a takedown. Have to protect your legs. Been the fault sometimes of some of the Red Raiders. They've gotten deep leg attacks put on them throughout the year, and it's cost them some matches. Now, let's see if we can put that all together here. Inside deep shot by Parrish. Freeman's going to lock up around the body. Parrish is looking to elevate the hips. Freeman trying to keep locked up in a scramble. Freeman is still in the scramble position here. 4-2 now. Parrish got the takedown, and Freeman is out. 4-2. Takedown will win it for Freeman here. 51 seconds left. Freeman at their front underhook and the left side wrist controls, trying to snap down and bounce Parrish. Parrish hanging up on the elbows, just locking on tight. Get a stalemate, back to their feet. 4-2 Parrish with the lead. We got 30 seconds. Landon Freeman's got to find a great setup and a good takedown. He can come from behind. Can't waste time. 18 seconds left. Pace has really got to pick up here. Warning, stalling Parrish, backing up around the mat, blocking defense. 10 seconds left. Can't be hanging out here on the edge of the mat, Landon. Got to get him back inside. Takedown attempt, no good. 4-2. Cade Parrish knocks out Landon Freeman out of the individual tournament at 120 pounds. Next up, Aspen Tritz at 126 against Dominic McGuire out of Janesville Parker. We'll bring you that match when we return to the Kohl Center in Madison. 126-pound day 2 wrestleback side action. Aspen Tritz against Dominic McGuire of Janesville Park. McGuire, a sophomore, 42-13. Tritz is 32-6, another sophomore. Again, this is a match that you have to win if you want to continue on, as we just seen Jackson Freeman and Landon Freeman go down to defeat. They are knocked out of the individual side of the wrestling tournament. Aspen Tritz with a Russian arm tie now. Breaks off of that. Overhooked by Tritz, forcing in.
Janesville Parker.
McGuire on the outside looking in. Headlock by Tritz. Takes him to the mat. Got it near fall coming. Got a chance to pin him 23 seconds. Short first period. Don't let him off his back. Tritz squeezing him up. 12 seconds left. Tritz takes a quick peek at the clock. Sets him down one more time. 54 seconds on the fall time. Aspen Tritz moves on. One step closer to a match for 5th or 6th place. His opponent yet to be determined. We'll bring you that just a little bit later on. Next up for the Red Raiders, 138-pounder Carter Freeman, the senior, takes on Olin and Neville out of De Pere. We'll bring you that match when we return to the Kohl Center in Madison. 138-pound wrestleback side for the senior Red Raider Carter Freeman, taking on Olin Neuville out of De Pere. Neuville's 46-6, and he is a sophomore. Freeman 37-6. Senior for the Red Raiders. Again, this is a wrestleback match. You have to win this match to get into a match tomorrow. You got to win another match in order to place yourself in a 5th and 6th place match. Neville, front headlock on Freeman. Freeman trying to control that elbow on this near side. Headlock by Freeman, attempt. Slipped off it, back to the body lock. Whizzer by Neville.
On mat number 7 from Wausau West.
Freeman pulling down on that whizzer hard, picking up a near side ankle. Stepping over, locks the body, got to take down. 3-0, Carter Freeman. 23 seconds left. Again, first period is 1 minute in the wrestleback sides. The second and third are 2 minutes each. Championship side now is the only thing that has 2 minutes for all 3 periods. Out of bounds they work. 9 seconds left. Freeman 3-0. Again, Olin Neuville is a sophomore from De Pere. And we're going to get him reset. Neville now to a high base. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1 to his feet. Period ends. 3-0 Carter Freeman. Flipping the disc. Comes up. Red, Freeman's choice. He defers. Neville's choice. What's going on their feet? Interesting choice with Freeman as your opponent. Slide by Neville. And Freeman just shucks him off. Slide by again by Neville. Freeman stood right there and took it. He advances in. Underhook whizzer. Got a hard whizzer again, does Freeman. Neville trying to reach inside, lock up a leg. Freeman trying to hip him over with that whizzer toss. Stalemate, says the official. Both wrestlers just basically stopped wrestling there, controlled their position. 1:20 left, second period. Red Raiders seniors Freeman. Underhook now with wrist control on the far side. Neville backed out of there. Freeman front headlock down to a knee. Up with the knee, pulls down on the head. Neville with a whizzer counter. Freeman still pinning that leg down on the mat. Neville with the whizzer. That's a really effective counter. Now he snatches the arm of Freeman, and Freeman lifts the left side ankle. Counter upon counter upon counter. Freeman's trying to post that leg up on his hip, get that arm free. Neville hanging onto it like a dog on a bone. Freeman still locks up on the leg, still in the scramble position. 27 seconds left to call stalemate. Still 3-0 the Red Raider. 20 seconds. Freeman in a good spot here on his feet. He's really comfortable up there. Neville underhook. Tries to drive across to a knee pick. Freeman counters. They're back to neutral. Counting down from 5. End of the second period here. 3-0 the Red Raider. Freeman. Freeman's choice now. He's going to go down. Going to try to get that one more point. Neville's going to put him on his feet. Give him the free ride, the free point. 4-0 Freeman now. Final 2 minutes of this match. Neville just digs in an underhook. Front headlock now. Freeman pops his head out of there. Under overhook by Freeman. Toss attempt. Wizard toss attempt again. Neville likes to be in this position. Freeman comes out to face him. Neville with the underhook. Freeman with better head position. Neville shoots the other side with the underhook. Backing up Freeman here. And that's all he's doing. Headlock attempt missed. 3 takedown. Neville. 1 point escape on the cut loose Freeman. It's 5-3. Again, Neville wades into the underhook. Forcibly takes it. Knee pick again. 58 seconds left. Neville with the underhooks again, just waded in. And he's trying to get a stalling call is what he's trying to get. But you're not doing anything offensive. You're just wading in. Push, push. Underhook each wrestler now. Freeman drives in with a shot and missed it. 35 seconds left. Neville tried to headlock. Freeman capitalizes, comes down to a single leg. And outside Neville. Takedown. Freeman. Neville knows it and he gives it up. 8-3, 20 seconds left. Neville to his feet. Freeman cuts him loose. 10 seconds left. 8-4 now. Neville trying to headlock Freeman. Freeman with a hard whizzer, hipping in. End of the match. 8-4 Carter Freeman. Senior wrestles his way into another match. At the individual state tournament, he will take on the winner of Rulo Garcia. And look for the other opponent. Jonas Langsdorff. That match yet to be decided. We'll bring you an update on his opponent. Next up for the Red Raiders will be semifinal wrestling action. That'll be tonight, Friday night. Kyler Tritz at 190 against Guy Fraley of Homestead. Tanner Gormanson at 285 against Nehemiah Lendobeja of Kaukauna. We'll bring you those matches when we return on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Back now Friday night. Semifinals, 190 pounds. Guy Fraley of Homestead is going to take on your Red Raider, Kyler Tritz. Fraley's got a couple of tech falls to put him here. Tritz has got a 9-7 and a 4-1 overtime win. Fraley and Tritz going at it. The loser of this match will go to a match for third and fourth. The winner goes in a championship match Saturday night. On the other side of the bracket, Owen Soberg of Watertown against Jaden Delio of La Crosse Logan. Still in a scramble. Tritz with a single. Fraley trying to roll through it and grab a leg. Still back in a scramble position. Tritz tried to get a power half in there, but they stopped it for potentially dangerous. No points awarded. And we got a little bit of a blood stoppage here. Kyler Tritt's first round match against Carter Wesley of Janesville Parker. He pinned him in 3:21. His second round match against Luke Rux out of Monona Grove. Tritz won 4-1 in overtime. This is the semifinals. 50-2, and a junior is Fraley. 29-4, a senior in Tritz. Tritz back ready to go one more time. Minute 10 left, first period. Fraley, couple of head taps. Collar tie, inside single leg shot. Didn't get there, Tritz counters. Front headlock by the Red Raider. Fraley drives, tried to hit the other leg, missed that. They come to their feet. Tritz still with the lock. Fraley goes underneath with elbow control, and they go off the mat. 48 seconds left. 0-0. Again, you need to win by 1 point.
On mat number 5, from Freedom, Hunter Knight against Devin Otto of Colden. That's on mat 5, 285-pound weight class.
Little snap behind the arms by Fraley. Now into a front headlock is Fraley. Trying to drag Tritz ahead, spin behind, drop down on the single. Tritz in the scramble now. Got to fight this takedown off, 15 seconds. Oh, and Tritz gave up the takedown with 10 seconds left. He's trying to come to his feet. End of the period, 3-0. Tritz gave up the takedown. And we got some more blood on Tritz. Coaching staff going over to clean him up. Looks like he's got a little abrasion on the side of his nose. Again, Owen Soberg of Watertown is 45-2 right now. He's a senior. And his opponent, Jaden Delio, La Crosse Logan Central. He is 35-4 and a senior. They're wrestling. They will be wrestling in the other semifinal match. Tritz goes down to start the second period. Tritz set. Fraley covers. Tritz comes to his feet. Fraley got to cut him loose. 3-1, Tritz trails. They're on their feet. 1:45 left, second period.
85-pound Division III action.
Collar tie by Fraley. Reached in again and a knee pick, missed it. Elbow control by Tritz. He shoots in. Fraley counters. Back to their feet they go. Underhook and a collar tie by Fraley. Tritz with an overhook in better head position. Fraley in with a shot into a single deep this time. Tritz trying to roll him off the top. Puts himself on the seat of his singlet, and they're locked up tight right here. Fraley tries to kick over the top. In the scramble we go. Tritz trying to hang on. Fraley's got his leg laced between his own. Fraley knows where Tritz's shoulders are. Tritz got to get his head up. 40 seconds left. In the scramble, Fraley gets takedown. 6-1 is his lead. Tritz on his base, got to get moving off the bottom here. 20 seconds left. Fraley off to the side, got the arm pinned behind the back of Tritz. Can bar it up, he can baseball it over. 3 seconds, 2, 1, end of the period. Tritz down 6-1. He's got to come back from a big hole. Fraley's choice. He's going down.
Winner on match 7, G3, 285 pounds by fall from Riverdale, Grant Matthews.
Now up on mat 8.
Tritz trying to lift, trying to get him to go to his back from his feet. Couldn't do that. Fraley too strong, builds a base. Tritz tried to get a cradle. Fraley easily steps out in front of him. 7-1, minute 40 left. Tritz with a shot. Fraley with a counter. Tritz's head's underneath. Fraley's picking his near side ankle, forcing away on the head, down to a single. Drives across the body on Tritz. 10-1. Fraley with a big lead.
The winner on mat 5, D2, 285 pounds from Freedom, Hunter Vanderweiden.
Back to the center with 1:13 left.
Fans, remember that doors will open at 9 a.m. for tomorrow morning's session 4. We'll then empty the arena and doors will open at 4 p.m. for our finals, with action starting at 5:30.
Tritz on his feet now, 10-2. 55 seconds left. Fraley drives into an ankle shot. He got there. Tritz with a whizzer. Dump technique by Fraley. Takes Tritz down. And you can see the knee wrap on that right knee, and that's the one he attacked. 13-2 with 39 seconds left.
After the completion of this session, again, bank check will close 10
Kyler Tritz will have one more match with 30 seconds left in his Wisconsin Rapids singlet. He will be wrestling for third place. Warning, stalling Tritz against either Owen Soberg or Jaden DeLeo. That match still to come. Tritz comes to his feet. Got 8 seconds left. Trying to reach inside, get a switch. Potentially dangerous. The official stopped it. They were looking at Tritz's knee there. Tritz bases off. Fraley does the same. 13-2. Fraley is in the finals at 190. Kyler Tritz goes into a match for third place as a senior for the Red Raiders. Next up, Tanner Gormanson, 285 in the semifinals against an old foe, Kaukauna Nehemiah Lendobasia. We'll bring you that match very shortly when we return. Semifinals at 285 pounds from the Kohl Center in Madison. Rematch of guys that have seen each other before. Nehemiah Lendobasia of Kaukauna, 44-5, a junior. Your Red Raider, Tanner Gormanson, a senior, 43-3. Gormanson beat Lendobasia in the finals of the Cheesehead. Lendobasia beat him before and after.
Against Tanner Gormanson of Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln.
However you say his Lendobe is what the announcer put up there, but that's not where it's near close to how it's spelled. Collar tie by Lendobasia. In the sectional finals, these two met. And Lendobasia got the best of Gormanson in that match. 10-8, as Gormanson did not realize the official signal a takedown and had his back exposed, and then the official gave him 3 near fall to Lendobasia as well. And that was the difference in the match. Takedown would have been okay. Near fall lost it for him. Gormanson could have turned stomach down if he would have knew the takedown was called. Both wrestlers know each other well here. 52 seconds left, first period. Gormanson in on a shot. Round the corner to go. He comes back in. Lendo Beja heads out of bounds. 45 seconds. Back to the center we go. Fresh restart. After Lendo Beja got that lead in the sectional finals, he basically ran for a minute. "20 seconds. Arm drag by Gormanson. Lendo Beja just a little quick. Collar tie by Lendo Beja. Gormanson shucks him off. 5 seconds in the first period. Still 0-0. And a 1-0-0 there, tied. Flipping a disc. Comes up red. Gormanson's choice. He's going down. Again, if you're tied 0-0 after one, and it's your choice, you exercise it. And you want to score first, because if it goes to the final overtime sudden victory period, you'll get the choice of where you want to finish that period off if you're the first wrestler to score. Gormanson was up once to his feet. Lendo Beja had been able to get him back to the mat. Ankle bite by Lendo Beja. Gormanson's got a high base here. And working up. Gormanson, both feet on the mat. Got to stay in bounds here, though. And they say keep wrestling. The referee never called him out of bounds. They both were standing completely out of bounds. He never called it. Gormanson had to escape. And they both stopped and were looking at the scores. Unbelievable. Let's see how Gormanson recovers. Up to his feet one more time. Drops back to a whizzer. Lendo Beja trying to pick a leg. Gormanson with a 1-point escape and a lead. 53 seconds. Takedown would be huge for the Red Raider heavyweight here if he can get one in this period. Half of a shot there, and you can see Lendo Beja. Any offensive attack by Gormanson, he's bailing and running. .28 seconds left. Gormanson with a half of a reach on Lendo Beja coming in. Gormanson with a counter now. Around the corner we go. Can he put him on the mat? Got a single leg. Elevated up. Lendo Beja heading for out of bounds, and no call. No call for fleeing the mat. 14 seconds left. Huge opportunity. Let go by the wayside by Gormanson. Countdown inside of 5 seconds. Gormanson with a 1-0 lead. Lendo Beja will have his choice now. What's he going to choose? He's going down. Gormanson going to put him on his feet. Give him the 1 point to tie it up. Lendo Beja, he's breathing a little heavy here. Third period tied at 1. Lendo Beja with a shot. Gormanson gets him in the front headlock. They break apart and face each other. Gormanson not quite able to complete a takedown. You can see Lendo Beja is pushing Gormanson away. 132. Lendo Beja into a shot now around the corner. Gormanson picking an ankle. Can he crush him to his back? Stay with the ankle and lift. Facelift. Gormanson 3 takedown. And he's got the right arm trapped behind the back. Gormanson leads 4-1 with 1:05 left. Gormanson now with that arm bar and a wrist. He's going to turn Lendo Beja. The crowd goes crazy here. Lendo Beja in deep trouble. Gormanson sinks back on top of his chest. Gormanson scoops the head one more time. Lindo Beja fighting for his life here. He's maybe going to get stomach down. Gormanson's going to get near fall, though. 38 seconds left. 4 near fall. 8-1 for the Red Raider. Double wrist control again by Gormanson. Going to drive him over into the half. Missed it. 22 seconds left. We got a dozen seconds on the clock. Warning stalling Gormanson. Fair call there. Gormanson just covering the hips, and he got caught looking at the clock a few times. Checking the clock. 11 seconds left. 8-1 Gormanson. Lindo Beja stands up. Gormanson takes it back to the mat one time. Comes up again. 2-1. End of the match is here. Tanner Gormanson in the finals. 8-1 over Nehemiah Lindo Beja. The only Red Raider wrestler in the finals out of the 6 that were down here. Gormanson avenges a loss to Lindo Beja. 8-1. They will take on the winner of D'Angelo Clay and Makai Rogers, the number 2 seed out of Brown Deer Mesper. And it is Rogers. He'll be in the finals. Wow, what a way to end the day here at the Kohl Center in Madison. We'll bring you placement matches tomorrow and wrestlebacks for the Red Raiders still involved. And then we'll bring you the championship match for Tanner Gormanson. We'll see you Saturday night and afternoon from the Kohl Center in Madison. We're back on day 3 of the individual state tournament, 82nd annual from the Kohl Center in Madison. This is a wrestleback match to earn your way to wrestle for 5th and 6th place. 126-pound freshman Aspen Tritz, 33-6, takes on the number 3 ranked wrestler Alois Schlump of Bayport, 46-5 and a junior. Tough matchup for Tritz. Senior against the freshman. And in talking to one of the assistant coaches, Jared Jerminski, informed me that Red Raiders have never beaten Schlump before with any wrestler they put out there. He's just one tough nut to crack. We'll see how Tritz fares. It's almost like Aspen Tritz, being the freshman, is either young enough to not know how tough the competition is, or he just doesn't care. Schlump with a takedown, 3-0. 1 minute first period, 2 minutes each the second and the third. That's in all wrestleback side wrestling.
Lord on mat 6, Division 2, 120 pounds from Richland Center.
Riding and burning clock is Schlump here at the edge of the circle. Keeps the leg in, tries to get a tip. Tritz able to roll across. Time runs out. 3-0, Schlump with a lead. Flipping a disc. Comes up green, Schlump's choice. He's going to defer, Tritz's choice. They're going down. And the other side of this bracket at 126 in the wrestlebacks, as Tritz is to his feet, Schlump clears him, takes him to the mat.
For Colby, Tristan Small. And from Dodgeville, Red Spurley.
Evan Fahey of Oregon is taking on Deuce Sharp out of West Allis Central. The winners again will meet in a match for 5th and 6th place. The losers are done. Tip attempt by Schlump. Tritz fights, get back, stomach down. 1:20 left. Schlump with an arm bar on that left-hand side and wrist tied up. Ellsworth bar, they call it. Trying to get a tip again. Got a 1 count. Tritz is trying to post up off an elbow. Schlump had a bunch of 1 counts, and I'm not sure if the officials got any points laying there. Still, bar on the left-hand side, wrist control underneath on the same wrist. Good riding combination for Schlump. 38 seconds left. Now he fires a half, runs Tritz over, stacks him up on his shoulders. Near fall coming again. And Tritz got stacked up and got pinned.
The winner of match 2, Division 1, 126 pounds by fall, from Bayport to Loyas.
That ends the freshman season of Aspen Tritz, but we sure look forward to seeing that young Raider back for another 3 years in a Lincoln High School Red Raider wrestling uniform. He'll be fun to watch and pretty electric. Next up for the Red Raiders at 138 pounds, Carter Freeman in a wrestleback against James Langsdorf out of River Falls. Langsdorf a senior, 43-9. We'll follow that a little later on with the Kyler Tritz, Jaden DeLeo match from La Crosse Central. End of the night, we're going to see Tanner Gormanson take on Mackay Rogers at a Brown Deer Mesper in a championship at 285. We'll bring you all that wrestling from the Kohl Center in Madison. Wrestleback side, day 3 of the individual wrestling tournament. Carter Freeman going for a match to wrestle for 5th or 6th. He's taking on James Langsdorf out of River Falls, who's a senior. He's 43-9 coming in. Freeman's 38-5. Freeman, his senior year for the Red Raiders. Hopefully he's got one more match left in him besides this one. Freeman into a double leg, but body lock lift. Langsdorf countered. Freeman shoots inside left, takes him down to his back. Langsdorf rolled off. Beautiful takedown by Freeman. Freeman going to get on top after the reset. 43 seconds left, first period. Freeman with a bar, slips that to wrist control. Langsdorf to his feet. Freeman lifts into a single, takes him back to his. Little roll attempt by Freeman with the wrist tied up underneath. Langsdorf countered that, and they're off the mat. Good start for the Red Raider. 22 seconds left in the first 1 minute period. Freeman on top again, going to try to turn and ride. Langsdorf to his feet this time in a hurry, and Freeman has to cut him loose. 3-1, 15 seconds left. Langsdorf with a shot. Freeman counters with an overhook. And they work their way out of bounds. 4 ticks on the clock, first period. Both on their feet, neutral. Langsdorf with a shot, and Freeman with a toss attempt. Langsdorf launches him again. Time runs out. Langsdorf's long and lanky. He shoots in with his arms wide open. That allows Freeman to catch him coming in. Freeman's choice. He's going down to start the second period, leading 3-1. Langsdorf covers. Freeman on the move, up to his feet, forward roll. Langsdorf tried to catch him with a bar. Freeman scrambles through it. Langsdorf regains control. Close to out of bounds. Wrestlers each with a foot in, and we're burning clock here. With Freeman with the lead. Freeman trying to come to his feet. Langsdorf still dragging a toe in. He would have been better off stepping out, saving time. He lost about 18 seconds just hanging a toe in there with no chance of pinning Freeman. Freeman again up to his feet in a hurry. Working on some hand controls, the Red Raider. Longsdorf long and lanky. Freeman rolls through the front again, comes up with a single leg on his own. Longsdorf reaching back, picking an ankle there off the mat, and Longsdorf still has control, says the official. 1:09 left yet, second period. Freeman set on the bottom. Longsdorf covers same left-hand side each time. Freeman up to his high base. Longsdorf with just a spiral ride. Crossbody inside the thigh. Underhooks the near side shoulder to a half. Freeman up to a high base again. Longsdorf driving forward. And they work their way out of bounds. Warning, stalling Longsdorf. 43 seconds left. Still 3-1 Freeman. Longsdorf's job is to try to turn and pin Freeman. And he was just hanging on, covering the hips as Freeman doing all the action from underneath. That's why Longsdorf got hit for stalling. Longsdorf trying to fire a half. Freeman standing there and taking it, building up to a higher base. Freeman's got both feet planted on the mat now, trying to pick some hands off. Longsdorf just hanging. Now drops down on a knee and buries his head. Freeman in a spread eagle stance, trying to work behind and pick that backside ankle. End of the second period is here, 3-1 Freeman. Longsdorf's choice. In a discussion, what are they going to do? They're not sure. Longsdorf says he's going on top. Freeman set on the bottom. Probably a good position for the Red Raider here. Caution, jumping to start. Carter Freeman. And they reset the clock. Forward roll by Freeman. Longsdorf catches an arm bar, but Freeman pulls that arm ahead, builds to a high base. Freeman's doing all the work on the bottom. Longsdorf's just hanging on for the ride right now. In danger, I think, of getting that second stalling call. First one's a warning, second one's a point. Longsdorf with a half on the right-hand side. Got a little bit of wrist control underneath. Freeman fighting to get to his feet. Longsdorf with a back trip. Takes him down. Freeman trying to hit a switch now. Trying to cut back and got the leg. Probably get a stalemate out of this unless positions change. Now Freeman's working back into a single. Trying to get to a double. 1:15 left third period. Freeman pops the head out the backside, got the takedown, or the reversal, excuse me, and near fall as well. Hip tip again by Freeman, no good. 7-1 right now, 55 seconds left for the Red Raider. Inside knee pick by the Red Raider, trying to take Longsdorf off his base. Freeman now with that roll through with a tip. Dangerous if you get hung up in there. You're flat on your back. 25 seconds remaining. Brock Ambrosius of Pulaski. And Jaden Yock out of Oconomowoc are in the other match just like this one. Carter Freeman takes on the winner of those two with a 7-1 victory over James Langsdorf out of River Falls. Freeman is going to finish no worse than 6th in his final season in a Red Raider uniform. Congratulations to the Red Raider. He moves on one more step to a place on the podium at the Kohl Center in Madison. Next up, the 5th place match at 138 pounds for your Lincoln High School Red Raider. Carter Freeman, the senior, his final match in a Lincoln High School Red Raider singlet. He takes on Jaden Yawk out of Oconomowoc, who's 34-10, a senior. Freeman is 39-6 right now. Freeman, last year's state champion, wrestling for 5th place this year at 138. Both really quick wrestlers on the mat here.
Wrestling on number 2 from Oconomowoc, Jaden Yawk. And from Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln, Carter Freeman.
Freeman lunges up into a collar tie. He shoots into a single, comes up. Yawk stands him up. Yawk with a reshot. Freeman with a counter. We're still neutral on our feet. Eight seconds left, first period. Remember, this is a 1-minute first period in the wrestlebacks. It's 2 minutes each, the second and the third. Yawk with a hard step down. And the first period is over, 0-0 after 1. The flip of the disc comes up red. Freeman's choice. He deferred his choice.
Winner by fall on mat 3, girls 132.
Yawk goes down. Freeman tried to lock up a cradle, and Yawk stood right up through it. He's got the 1 point and escape. He leads 1-0. Freeman with an inside shot, got backed off. Again, 2 really quick wrestlers. Collar tie. Yawk with a shot. Shot by Freeman, reshot by Yawk, got to a leg at the knee. Freeman now lifts the leg, takes him over the top, steps over there out of bounds. What a wild match. Still 1-0 Yawk. Freeman will have his choice starting the 3rd period. Both wrestlers down low in a stance. Yawk on his knees, Freeman on his knees from time to time as well. Snap by Yawk, trying to run over Freeman in a scramble. Underhook by Freeman. And they're working on the edge of the circle, and stalemate, says the official. Dave Black, the official on the mat. Longtime official. He's the father of a 4-time state champion in Kevin Black from the River Falls. Freeman with a shot and got to a single. Yawk with a whizzer. Yawk trying to work out in front of Freeman. 30 seconds left. They got a stalemate. Back to their feet. This match will probably be won off a scramble. Both college-style wrestlers here. Snap by Yawk. Freeman in on a shot again. Got to the single leg, got a minute, got 15 seconds left. They're on the edge of the circle. And they're out of bounds. 8 seconds left. 1-0 Yawk. End of the second period is here, and 2-1 time. 2 minutes for Freeman. He's going down. Yawk on top, going to try to ride. Freeman's going to try to get the escape and a reversal. Freeman easily builds to a high tripod base. Yawk hanging heavy on this left-hand side. Yawk just hanging and hanging and hanging. Freeman's got some hand control, steps out to face him. It's 1-1. Scramble, Freeman in on a single, got it elevated. Got to make this one count. Freeman down to the mat with the leg, trying to come out in a scramble. Yawk reaches back, picks an ankle of Freeman's. 1:22 left. Yawk just barely hanging on to that ankle, trying to turn and face. 3, takedown, Yawk at the edge of the circle. 4-1 now, Freeman trails. Freeman getting set on the bottom. 1:09 left. Hopefully Freeman gets out in a hurry, making it 4-2. Again, Yawk just hanging on the right-hand side here, burying his head in the side, trying to hang on to a wrist. Claw ride now. Freeman to his feet. Yawk lifts, Freeman back to the base. 42 seconds left. Freeman looking to get some hand control. Warning, stalling, Yawk. 32 seconds left. Freeman's got to come from behind and in a hurry. Freeman again, pirouettes to a high base. Yawk just hanging here. Freeman up to his feet now. Locked hands, got the one penalty point. It's 4-2 now, 20 seconds left. Freeman set, Yawk covers. 15 seconds, Freeman's got to fly here. Yawk lifts him one more time, takes it to the mat, 5 seconds remaining. And Yawk with a victory. 4-2. He finishes in 5th place. Carter Freeman finishing in 6th place for the Red Raiders his senior season. Congratulations, Carter. State champion last year. Finishing on the podium in 6th place this year for the Red Raiders. We'll be back with the Kyler Tritz Jaden Dalio match when we return to the Kohl Center in Madison. Back at the early session on Saturday, this is a match for 3rd place at 190 pounds. Kyler Tritz, senior, for the Red Raiders against Jaden Dalio from La Crosse Logan Central. Dalio is senior, 37-6 right now. Kyler Tritz, is 29-5. Final match for the Red Raider Tritz in a Red Raider uniform. This is a match for 3rd place. Tritz with a snap down on the head. Back to the center. Dalio looks big compared to Tritz. Tritz drives in with an ankle pick, takes him down, 3-0 the lead. Nice shot by Tritz. Felt Dalio pushing in a little bit. Drove him back across his balance point. Took him to the mat as he picked that ankle. 2-1 on the end of the period. 3-0 Tritz. Flipping of this comes up green. That's going to be Tritz's choice. He defers that choice. Dalio, and looking at the coaching staff, says we'll go on our feet. Interesting choice there. A takedown by Dalio would just tie the match. If he went to the bottom and could get out, that would have been a point, and they'd still be on their feet, and Dalio with a takedown could lead then. Unless Dalio not very good from the bottom. He's got a big knee wrap on the right knee. Shot in again, down in the low. Right at the ankle, out of bounds in the spin they went. Good shot by Tritz, just ran out of wrestling circle. Chance to place in the state tournament for the Red Raider Tritz. Double underhooks by Dalio, and he pushes that away. Didn't like that feel in there. Tritz with a snap again. Dalio with a snap that time. Both wrestlers squared stance, facing each other. One minute left, second period. Now in the past, you'd see Kyler Tritz shooting shots all the time, back and forth, up and down, no matter where he was at, and would get himself in some trouble in matches that he was already leading. So the coaching staff and Kyler himself have worked hard on changing a little bit of a game plan. Set up the good shots that Kyler has. He's got some good ones. And then take those points when they're there. Don't try to force and put yourself in a bad situation. Underhooks again by Dalio. Stalemate, says the official. 19 seconds left. Official saying, I want to see a little more action.
Getting ready to wrestle at number 6 from Darlington, Blackhawk.
Dalio, collar tie, trying to get to an underhook. It's stretched out a little bit loose, but he's there. 3 seconds. 2, 1. End of 2 periods. Tritz up 3-0. Tritz's choice now. He's going to go down.
Marshfield with 40 points. In fourth place, Manuel with 42 points. In third place, Badger.
Tritz set final 2 minutes of the third place matchup.
In second place, Freedom with 56 points. And in first
Tritz
place,
bases off now.
56.5.
Slowly building up. Got a foot down. Now up to his feet. Dalio cuts him loose. 4-0. Tritz has a 1-point cushion right now. Dalio drives in, but Tritz catches him. Lateral drop. Tritz catches a headlock. Covers up a takedown. Huge 3 points for the Red Raider. 7-0 lead. 1:25 left. Dalio had a good idea, almost had a takedown. Somehow Tritz caught a little bit of a headlock, just enough to put Dalio in a little bit of an awkward position, and then he comes out in a scramble and covers him up. 1:12 left, 7-0. And Dalio's fixing his shoelaces. Tritz in great position here. Just wrestle smart the rest of the match. And you're going to walk away with a podium finish and a medal. Tritz, spiral ride. Inside the right-hand thigh, as you can see. Underneath the left-hand arm. Now steps over to a legs ride. Flattens the hips out of Dalio. Going to try and get a Turk for a turn. Tritz has a legs ride in on that right-hand side. This is controlling as can be. Good place to run some clock off. Tritz driving ahead. Dalio trying not to let Tritz get a hold of a wrist and an arm. Tritz now has got 2-on-1 wrist control. Dalio comes up to a high base. Tritz loses the legs ride. Back to a conventional ride. Dalio flattens back out. He's going to regroup on the bottom and 18 seconds left. I don't know if he's going to have enough time. Kyler Tritz gets warned for stalling, and that's fine at this point. leading 7-0. Dalio knows his fate already. He's just going to try to finish out the match. Kyler Tritz is going to place third in the individual state tournament. Forward roll for Dalio. Tritz grabs onto the ankles. Time is going to run out right now. Kyler Tritz finishing in third place for the Lincoln High School Red Raiders at 190 pounds. Fist pump for the coaches. Congratulations, Kyler Tritz, ending your high school career on a win and a placement on the podium in third place. Big hug for all the coaches. And we have one match left. 285-pound championship. Tanner Gormanson, the senior, will take on a junior from Brown Deer Mesper, Mackay Rogers. We'll bring you that when we return to the Kohl Center for the 82nd Annual Individual State Wrestling Tournament. Here is your Parade of Champions.
the entire state individual tournament was sold out each and every session. We want to thank you, the fans, the families, the athletes, the coaches, the communities. Your love and passion for the sport of wrestling is second to none. You have helped grow the sport to what it is today and what it continues to become each and every year. This sport would not be what it is without each and every one of you. So please give yourselves a huge round of applause for this historic moment, selling out all sessions of this, the WIAA Individual State Tournament. And one more, an update. As you know, we will be crowning the first ever girls team state champion at the end of tonight's competition. The standings heading into the finals: in 5th place, the Marshfield girls with 14 points. In 4th place, the Bonduelle girls with 42 points. In 3rd place, Badger with 54.5 points. In 2nd place, Freedom with 56 points. And leading the girls race right now is Milton with 56.5 points.
Before we begin tonight's finals, a word about our tournament officials. Like the wrestlers, our officials spent years perfecting their skills with the hopes of one day having the honor of being part of this great event. Tonight's 20-person crew has a combined 510 years of on-mat experience. Their dedication to excel helps make this sport an outstanding experience for the student athlete. And it is our pleasure to now introduce our officials. From Lehigh, Steve Anshaw.
From River Falls, Thane Anshaw.
From Trumbaloo, Jason Benrue.
From Hammond, Dave Granville.
From Athens, William Coker.
From Sharon, Rodney Davis.
Jim Ewing of WIAA.
Mark Farrell of Sturdivant.
From Sparta, Lynn Eisensee.
Kenneth Kaler from Menominee.
Appleton's Travis North.
Zach Krause from Green Bay.
Chris Kujawa of Oshkosh.
Thomas Plattner, Cedar Grove.
Gail Prochinsky of Hudson.
Eric Rukoff from Dodgeville.
From Luxembourg, Bruce Shevchuk.
Steve Skarda from Menasha.
From Evansville, Neil State.
And Cal Takis from Edgar. Competitors, let's wrestle!
Are you ready? Let's go! Let's go, athletes!
Jumping that, jumping that, jumping that, jumping that fast, jumping that, getting that fast, jumping out big.
Second Rapids Lincoln, Carter Freeman.
Carter Freeman at 138 pounds, receiving his award for 6th place in the individual state tournament.
4th place,
Again, Carter is a senior,
Joel.
one-time state champion, this year finishing in 6th place. Great wrestling career in Wisconsin Rapids.
From Oshkosh West,
Congratulations, Carter Freeman, on your 5th place
at the 2025
state position, in your 6th place
for Milton, Devin
finish in the 82nd annual individual state wrestling tournament.
Back here at the 82nd Annual WIAA State Wrestling Tournament. We're at 190 pounds. Kyler Tritt's going to receive his award in just a second here. 190 pounds right here on the floor here in the Cole Center. You see Kyler Tritz. We congratulate him on a wonderful career at Lincoln. Third place. Tough tournament, tough weight class. Kyler Tritz, third place match, third place, taking home the hardware. And again, we congratulate Kyler on a great season. And we will bring you the heavyweight 285 match right next.
Back now to final match of the 82nd Annual Individual State Wrestling Tournament from the Cole Center in Madison. 285-pounders getting ready to take the center of the wrestling circle. Your Red Raider, Tanner Gormanson, 44-3, a senior in the black singlet on the right, with rapids across the back, got the red headgear on, white shoes. He's taking on the number 1 seed, Mackay Rogers of Brown Deer Mesmer. He's a junior, 32-1. I think these two have wrestled before, and I do not remember the outcome. Mackay Rogers really thick through the chest and arms and shoulders. Gormanson a little taller, got a little more range to him. Gormanson got here like this. He won 11-2 over Bayport's Alex Warden. He took out Thomas Medley of West Alice Hale 9-0. Semifinals, he avenged the sectional final loss to Nehemiah Lindabasia of Kakana 8-1, put him away and controlled the whole match. This is the finals, the last match of the Lincoln High School Red Raider heavyweight. Here we go. Double collar tie by Gormanson. Rogers pulling on the headgear, Gormanson, but they stopped that. No call for a technical violation. Rogers in on a single leg shot. Got it elevated. Gormanson fights it off. Collar ties by both wrestlers. Slide by Gormanson. Got 3 to take down Mackay Rogers. Hands were down to the mat. 3 big takedown points for Tanner Gormanson. Hit that slide by and it was clean. 1:15 left. 3-0 to lead the Red Raider heavyweight. Rogers easily to his feet. Gormanson cuts him loose. 3-1. Collar tie again, each wrestler. Gormanson with a little reach-in shot at the knee. Mackay Rogers got a big leg brace on the left-hand side. Leg trip in, dump technique, takes him to the mat. Nice setup and takedown by the Red Raider heavyweight. 6-1. Mackay Rogers back to his feet again. Gormanson gonna just cut him loose. 6-2 now the lead. 40 seconds left first period. Both wrestlers again working collar ties. They got elbow control on the other side. Underhook by Gormanson. Mackay backed out of that in a hurry. Gormanson with elbow control and a collar tie on the left side. Changes hands on the collar tie. 8 seconds left first period. Blocked by Mackay Rogers on the right-hand side with a snap. Missed it. End of the first period. 6-2. The Red Raider with a lead. Flipping a disc. Comes up green. Rogers' color. He defers. Gormanson's choice. He's going down. Gormanson set. Rogers covers. Gormanson builds up to a high base. Both feet down, looking on wrist control as well. Rogers picked the fingers and took him off his base. Now Gormanson builds again. Rogers has a little ankle bite in there. Trying to lift and elevate the ankle of Gormanson. Controls that right leg. Gormanson puts the feet down, comes out. Oh, he had a chance to run him right to his back, and he missed it. 1 point escape, 7-2, a minute 22 left, second period. Gormanson reached it again. The headgear comes off of Rogers. Gives him a break to get a couple breaths in, fill the tank up. Rogers is slower of the two, taking all kinds of time, putting his headgear back on. Gormanson standing in the center, waiting for him to get there. The referee is saying, come on, let's go. Now he takes the headgear off again, shows the official. Now it's broke, I do believe, or needs some type of attention. That allows Rogers to put some air in the tank. Now they got a broke headgear. Now they got to find another one. Gormanson waits and paces in the center of the cage.
In Division 3, 285 pounds, your winner by fall from Riverdale, Grant Matthews.
And now they send Gormanson over to the corner as they're working to get a headgear fixed. Another one come flying in from the stands. This is a long time to sit and wait here. Not prepared in the corner, obviously, from the Brown Deer Mesper group. They're still working on headgear. Gormanson is 44-3, as I had mentioned. He has come so far from freshman sophomore year, where he was still a big fella but didn't have the power to really fight off anybody his size. Legs would fly around kind of like a rag doll. That has all changed in a huge way. He is one good heavyweight now. Rogers still trying to get a headgear strapped on. Finally, we get ready to go here. Gormanson leads 7-2, 1:15 left, second period. Rogers dives in, launching pad is loaded here. Gormanson backs out of that. Rogers now down on a knee. Got to protect your legs here, Tanner. He jumps up, collar ties. Collar tie and a block by Gormanson. Gormanson takes a shot. Rogers shoots again. 44 seconds. Unless you're really good at throws, shorter guys got a harder time throwing a taller guy. Gormanson underhook. One takedown for Rogers would really tighten this matchup. 20 seconds. Snap by Rogers. Gormanson stood there and took it. Gormanson could snap Rogers here as he's leaning. Slide by. Rogers heading out of bounds. Gormanson trying to keep him in. No call for fleeing the mat. Third period coming. Mackay Rogers is going down. Gormanson on top. It's leading 7-2. Rogers easily builds to a high base. Gormanson cuts him loose. 7-3. Collar tie again by the Red Raider heavyweight. Rogers wading in, chest first, slide by again by Gormanson, and Rogers heads out of bounds. Second time. Gormanson staying in a good stance. Got to protect legs here. 125, 7-3, the Red Raider. Gormanson's had 2 slide-by shots that he's almost completed, but ran out of wrestling mat. Right-hand collar tie warning, stalling Gormanson, I guess. He's the guy that took 2 shots. I guess the official forgot that part. 1 minute left. And that was a terrible call. Second warning, stall. You have a right to defend yourself. Gormanson was outside the circle to start with. 7-4 now, 53 seconds left. Gormanson needs 1 clean takedown. Got a pinch headlock, does Gormanson. Or Kai Rogers trying to back out of this. Snap by Rogers. Shot in by Rogers. Double underhooks by Gormanson. 18 seconds left. Slide by again. Rogers flees the mat for the 3rd time. And no call. 15 seconds remaining.
Overtime on map 2.
Underhook by Gormanson. We're counting down inside of 10. Launch attempt by Mackay Rogers, and Gormanson catches him down on the mat. Gormanson raises his fist. Heavyweight champion Tanner Gormanson. 10-4. Wow, what a tournament this young fella's had. Holy cow. Major decision, an 8-1 win, and a 10-4 win in the finals against the number 1 seeded heavyweight in the state. I guess that changed just now. Tanner Gormanson, 285-pound champion at the individual state tournament, and he just about broke the hand of Scott Bennett with a high five. We're going to have Tanner Gormanson for an interview when we return, along with a couple more awards from the Kohl Center in Madison.
We're back here in Madison. You just saw the exciting match. Tanner Gormanson is your state champion. He's receiving his award shortly. That is a tough weight class right there. Tanner Gormanson, the senior, is your state champion. Watching their third place, second place coming up. Tanner has a great big smile, and it'll be extra special because his coach, Scott Bennett, will be handing him his match history. So he went 4-0 here in Madison, and he is your 2025 state champion.
Back now at Kohl Center Madison after the state tournament is finished. Head coach Scott Bennett, thank you for stopping by. Congratulations on your state champion and the way the Red Raiders placed 3 out of the 6 they brought down here.
Yeah, anytime you go to a state tournament, you're going to have ups and downs. Fortunately, we had more ups and downs. It topped it off with state champ, and we'll talk about him later. But right. We ended up second in points, too, behind Kaukauna. We ended up ahead by, a point. And I think our sectional ended up 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Coming down here, kind of right behind Kaukauna again, They're better than we were, but again, down here we proved that we're second best team in Wisconsin right now in D1, and I was really happy with how our guys wrestled. Obviously, we had some heartache along the way, but yeah.
Start off with Jackson Freeman at 106 pounds. comes out with a win right off the bat, and man, the Red Raiders are firing after that first matchup. Boy, they went crazy with a bunch of wins in a row. Ends up later on getting dumped out of the tournament.
Yeah, that first night we thought his match, we'd beaten that kid before, but we didn't feel necessarily like that was an easy win for us, and he wrestled really well. And then we ended up on that run where we won 6 in a row and got everybody through the first round. And then he ran into Rugg, the champion, and
he's just a level above everybody.
yeah, he was just better than us. He was bigger, and unfortunately we hit him at that point. And then we get back into that wrestle back, and wasn't meant to be. The guy that he picked up in that wrestle back, I think, was awful good, knocked off the 2 seed.
Right.
And we just got in a tough spot in the bracket. I thought he wrestled, hard, wrestled well. The experience, getting down here that first time. I mean, if you look at Tanner, he didn't win a match before down here, and Kai didn't win a match down here. So now you got, Jackson coming down, getting a win, getting in that second day. That experience is going to pay dividends for him down the road.
120-pounder Landon Freeman again, part of that first round run of everybody winning a match. And then again, same thing, couple of close losses.
Yeah, we wrestled DiPiazza really well after he got that first round pin, and we wanted to make that hopefully in one exchange match in the third period, and we got it to that point, and then lost that takedown, and I was really happy with that match. And then we wrestled Cade Parrish, who we wrestled twice last year to get to the state tournament, and it was a match. He had 2 real close takedowns that we didn't quite finish, and the difference was they finished one on us, and he ended up losing a tight match. I was thinking we'd get him to the podium. He made it as a freshman, and I was, you pull for guys, to get back to that, and I really wanted him to finish that, on that podium, and it doesn't always work out the way you want. So,
126-pounder, the freshman, obviously first time down here, made a little bit of a statement down here, and but got knocked out of the tournament a little bit later.
Yeah, he's dangerous. He wrestles hard, and he got that first round out of the way. Obviously nerves as a freshman coming down. I thought he wrestled it well, and then got in that match with Hay, and kind of ran him. Another, the Brown Deer kid, same with who Tanner had. Got some hurt in there, took some injury time. I'm going to assume it was a legit injury. He ended up with his hand taped the rest of the tournament. And, we tossed him on his back that one time and, got it to a point where it was pretty exciting. I thought we were running him kind of out of gas and just kind of ran out of time in that one. And great experience, though, because I think those matches give you confidence, not only next year here, but just in general, just that you can go with a guy that's a couple times state finalist and know that you belong down here. And then on that backside, that weight was real deep. Schlump is very good. That was not the spot we really wanted to be, trying to get back to 5th. And, that was a senior that's been here 4 times. That was, wanted to get back to the podium. His urgency was a little bit more than ours in that match. And, I thought he wrestled hard, and then he got caught on the bottom there and got knocked out of the tournament.
138-pounder, last year's state champion Carter Freeman suffered a tough loss 3-2 to Edwin Schroeder of Oshkosh West the second round after a first-round tech fall. Came back with a couple of wins and then ended up against York losing 4-2.
Yeah, I don't quite know exactly why Carter didn't have his best tournament this weekend. It wasn't. We beat Schroeder last week in a fairly convincing match in the sectional finals, and I don't know if I really liked the spot in the bracket, but I thought 5-6 guys in that weight that on a given night could win it. All the matches in the semis and finals, and they were all close. And Carter, when he was on, was gonna win that the title up there, and just didn't have the day we needed or the 3 days we needed, and unfortunately sometimes that's just how it goes. And I talked to him quite a bit the last couple of days, and just gave him a hug downstairs, and he just here's a team guy, here's a defending state champ, loses his last high school match, gets 6th. I give him a hug. I'm like, sometimes it doesn't work out. I'm really proud of you. And he goes, I'm so happy for Tanner.
Oh, good.
So his head and heart's in the right spot, and I guess we teach him some things about things that are bigger than yourself. And Carter's going to be just fine. He's going to go on to the next level, and this tournament's going to be put behind him eventually. He's been a leader for us. He's a guy that we count on every time out there for the last 4 years, and wish it would have ended a little better for him, but unfortunately in sports, most people down here didn't end like they wanted to, and he's one of them.
There's only 14 that ended like they wanted to.
Yeah, and we've been struggling trying to get that repeat state champ. I sat here, I think, a couple times with you where I had my own 2 sons that won as juniors, and we couldn't quite win it as a senior, and those are just tough times. And sometimes it's the pressure to repeat that does some weird stuff to your body, and I don't really know what it was with him, but we're going to get a 2-timer here pretty soon, but won't be Tanner. So.
Yeah. Kyler Tritz at 190 comes out and finishes his senior season. Last match in the Red Raiders single, it was a 7-0 win. Nice, convincing third-place finish.
Yeah, as proud as I am of Tanner, I'm maybe more proud of Kai, where he was about mid-season. He has struggled with pressure. He's struggled with just a mindset of going out there and wrestling matches, and we got to a point middle of the season, and he just said, I need to wrestle a 6-minute match. And since that point, it was about the Highlander, the third place match, and he has been so coachable and just so focused, and it's just been a pleasure to watch that change in him. And it's been 1 month, and if you watched his matches, they've been slow paced. We pick spots, but we go 6 minutes every time, and we went overtime to get onto the podium. And I don't know that we've ever won an overtime match with Kai before, and it's just been a different mindset, and I'm really proud of him. And him being third place, a lot of tough days. You could see it on his face when he laid back after winning that quarterfinal match. The look on his face was sheer relief, and then about 5 seconds later, it was just pure joy.
Right.
And like I said, it's neat when you see kids do that, and like I said, just happy and proud of him.
Then you come back with your heavyweight, 285-pounder. First round, 11-2, major decision. Second round, 9-0, major decision. Third round, revenge of the sectional finals loss to the Kaukauna heavyweight, 8-1. Another controlling match.
Should have pinned him in that one.
He could have. And he's not that pretty. Here he comes. He's not that pretty. Then Makai Rogers at the end, 10-4.
Yeah, he's sitting behind me so he can hear this stuff because it's the truth. But when he's one of those guys, when you look back in a program and you see the kids who enter 3rd grade, 4th grade, 6th grade, and everybody's talking about how good they're going to be. More likely than not, those kids don't turn out quite the way that you anticipate. What youth coaches, and if youth coaches are watching this, you never know. And Tanner, who's sitting off to my right now, was not one of those guys that people thought was going to be a state champion when he was, I don't know, I think he weighed more in 6th grade than he does now, or close. But as a freshman, I was just kidding him downstairs, he was like 1 and 9 there or something. It was 1 and 9 something right before Cheesehead, and we're like, I was 0-9. There you go, thanks. And I was giving you a benefit of the doubt, but it was we're not ready to go to the Cheesehead, and we sent him to the JV regional, and he wasn't ready to be on the varsity. And he's put in the time. Certain people put in the time. Certain people say they put in time. This young man has put in the time, and good things happen when you have a dream. And I'll tell a story because he's sitting here. I didn't know if I believed him when he told me it. I think he believed it. And we're standing in the wrestling room. It was about body fat testing time, and the state champion board's above our head. And he looked up and he went like this. And what are you doing? He goes, I'm picturing my name as the next next state champion. And that belief is, what gets you through the tough practices when you're sick. He's not healthy right now, but hasn't been an excuse. It's just find another way to win. And again, it's a testament to you never know who's going to be that next gem that isn't when they're little. And you find somebody that loves the sport, and great things can happen. And I'm really proud of him, and just all of the things he's done to get to that point. And there isn't a more deserving guy on our team than to have the success that he's had this year. So,
Coach, you got a banquet coming up. Do you have an idea about a date for that if people want to attend?
We haven't set the date yet, so it'll be the week of March 10th, but I don't have a date yet. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So that's to be determined.
Well, I was really hoping to have it a little later because I plan on wrestling next weekend. So still kind of reeling from that one. I don't recover real quick from those things. So it hasn't been on the top of my priority list. It was getting these guys, regrouped after losing that team sectional, coming down here. And we had a lot of seniors and trying to make it a real special ending of their career. And so that's been the focus. So I think we did that. We end up second. We could wrestle a little better. There's never a tournament that you go to unless you win every single match that you don't think you could wrestle better. We probably won all but a couple matches that we probably should have. And I thought it was just a fantastic tournament for us.
Coach, thank you very much for stopping by. I know you want to get some guys loaded up. I got to talk to the heavyweight here for a second. And I'm sure. I was going to say, I seen it after the match. He was running over to the camera and wiping his eyebrows and smiling and preening like a duck.
Being on camera and talking, we'll see how he does. He's ready.
Coach, thank you very much for stopping by. Congratulations on a good year. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to have Tanner Gormanson sit in, and we'll get his interview. Back at the Kohl Center, starting to quiet down here after a wild heavyweight match. Tanner Gormanson, state champion. Congratulations. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, I feel great, man. It's been a long time coming, and, like Coach Scott said before, just the belief in myself, just, you have to have that belief, and I had it all the way through, and it feels great because I knew it was going to happen.
When I say to you, Tanner Gormanson, state champ, what does that mean?
I mean, a lot, it almost doesn't feel real, it means so much to me because I've been working for such a long time. And just
I can remember saying a comment about you when you were a freshman, and then some way through your sophomore year, when you were out on the mat, and I'll eat this comment, but when you were out on the mat, you kind of got flopped around like a rag doll. Legs were flying everywhere. There was no tense muscle in your body. You changed that 100%, and that's a credit to you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, just, putting in so much work, every day, almost every day, just in a practice room, in a weight room, getting training and just preparing myself for this pretty much. Yeah.
Let's go through your tournament quickly. Alex Warden, first round Bayport. What did you know about him? You beat him 11-2.
He was tall, really tall. I mean, he beat me last year, and I haven't wrestled him since, so I didn't really, have an idea of what he was going to do going into the match. But we stayed calm, collected, and we went out there, and I did my thing, and I beat him.
Thomas Medley next up, West Dallas Hale, 9-0 major decision.
Yeah, I wrestled him earlier in the year at the EH so I knew what he was going to do, and for my game plan, I just had to keep my elbows in, get on his head a lot, and find attacks when I could, and I did just that, and I won.
Semifinals. Lendo Beja is the way I pronounce it. I don't know if that's correct or not, from Kaukauna.
I think it's Lendaby.
Lendaby? All right, we'll give it to Lendaby. You guys have been back and forth a few different times. He's won a couple, you won a couple, and he beat you the last time out in the sectional finals. Close match. You didn't hear or see a takedown call, and then your shoulders were kind of sitting near the mat. The takedown call would have been okay. You were still been ahead. The near fall added onto that, cost you the match, and now you get a chance for revenge.
Yeah. we go back and forth a lot. He's got the better of me right now. I don't know what our series is, but
Doesn't make a difference now.
not really.
You're on top of the podium.
I beat him when it matters.
That's right.
So, I mean, that's all I really care about. I stuck to my game plan, and I won.
Finals, Mackay Rogers. I understood you two guys wrestled before. I don't know the outcome of that. I heard it was close. And from Brown Deer Mesper, comes in with one loss, and he was number one seeded wrestler.
Yeah, so I wrestled him before the season at Who's the Big Cheese, and he beat me 4-2. And, you know, I haven't wrestled him since. We haven't been able to meet up at any tournaments or anything. So when going out there, I kind of just had the same game plan in my head as I had at Who's the Big Cheese, you know. Hang on his head, hands low, stop the shots, get to my attacks when I can. And I did that, and I beat him.
Yeah, that was a really clean match that you wrestled. He tried a couple of offensive shots on you or takedown attempts, got stoned each time, and you looked really in control and composed on the mat. That's what I would say the best. He had a tendency to get rattled. I think he did a little bit, and you stayed in composure.
Yeah, you know, just keeping a level head is very important to me because I know when I get outside of my emotions and I let them take control of me, I'm not in control of myself anymore. And so when I, you know, stay calm and collected and just thinking about, you know, winning the next position, scoring the next point, and I mean, it works. I mean, it works.
Yeah. Any advice for your current returning teammates that may help them achieve success like you've had?
You got to put in the work. You got to put in the long, hard work, and it's not going to be easy, and you're not going to want to do it, but you got to do it anyway. And, you know, all of my teammates can be great.
Does the grub and grind of that outweigh the feeling you have now?
No, not at all. I would take that grub and grind, you know, 1,000 times worse to feel this feeling. And I mean, this is just a feeling like no other. And
talk to the grade schoolers and the middle schoolers that are in the wrestling program that hopefully will see this. Tell them what they can do to start to prepare to have the success that you had.
Just stick with it. You know, I think the biggest problem is we're losing a lot of young wrestlers. A lot of them don't come out the next year. And for the younger wrestlers, I think you just need to stick with it, right? And it can be tough. It's hard at times. It's very, very hard. But you got to be willing to, again, put in the hard work and the dedication. And when you do that, you'll have fun, and it's a great time.
Speak to not just the success you've had on the mat, but what has wrestling done for you off the mat, either school-wise or just being out and about and interacting with other people?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because, like, the better I've gotten at wrestling, the more people come up to me and, like even in public, just say hi or whatever. And, like, I remember at a tournament, I didn't know, not a clue who this guy was. He came up to me, and he was like, by the way, you're my pick to win it all this year. And, like, I thought it was awesome. I mean, I don't know who he was, but he just had that faith in me, and it was awesome. And I don't know.
Came true.
Yeah, I mean, it's really something, man. Like,
I'll give you a chance to speak to whoever you want, coaches, parents, family, friends, teammates. You got the open mic. You can say what you like.
Yeah, I love this team more than anything, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And, I mean, it's been a grind to get where I'm at right now. And I know all of my teammates can be great. They can all do this. And they just got to be willing to put in the work. And it's tough. It's so tough. But it all works out in the end. Just have faith, man. Have faith.
What's the upcoming future hold for Tanner Gormanson? Maybe after college, or after high school when you graduate?
Yeah, so my current plan right now is to attend the University of Wisconsin-Parkside and study business and wrestle for their team.
Okay, great.
And I'm very excited for that opportunity. You know, I think I got a couple texts from their coach right now. I can feel my phone blowing up in my pocket. But, yeah, you know, I really like those guys over there. We're very like-minded in our goals and what we want to do. So, you know, it was kind of like a no-brainer for me to go there and continue my wrestling journey because I don't want it to end just yet.
Yeah. Too good a feeling, huh?
Yeah.
Tanner, thank you very much. Congratulations. Thanks for stopping by, giving us some of your insight from on the mat side, so to speak, instead of just watching through the camera. We really appreciate it. Congratulations on a great career and a state championship.
Thank you, sir.
That's it for Craig Tim and myself, Scott Tesh. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling next year when we return on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.